gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
In a world where Carolina Panthers fans have an insatiable thirst for Panthers news and opinions.
Panther fans unite! My name's Tony Dunn. Cody Lashney, how you doing? CK's in the house. How you doing, my friend? The Stat Daddy.
But I think Derek Brown, hey man, he deserves that dab on him pick.
Dab on him, Phil Snow. Dab on him.
All the same, yeah, 100%. We can just
Mine is going to go to the fullback. I'm going to dump on the Richie guy. Dab on him, Shaq.
I'm going to put the towel on Matt Rule.
Y'all took all the good ones.
Only one post-game roars ferociously. It's the C3 Panthers post-game show.
I would say welcome, Panther fans, but it's not a welcome right now. The Carolina Panthers fall 19-16 on the road to the New York Giants, and they remain defeated. The Carolina Panthers are defeated. I feel defeated. This podcast is not defeated. We're undefeated as we continue to show up, whether or not the Carolina Panthers do or do not. My name's Tony Dunn. They call me the professor. Sometimes I profess, but at this time I confess. It is tough to be a Panthers fan today, but you know what to do. We lock arms. We come together. Get on the couch, folks. This is therapy. The Carolina Panthers fall to the New York Giants. I'm here with my boys, Cody Lashney. Hello.
Tony Dunn, I'm not so somber, man. I feel like I saw a Panthers team that isn't exactly the type of Panthers team I thought we had, man. And I really do think this team is at a crossroads right now. I'm watching that Rule in the press conference. This man looks defeated. So much good, so much bad. Again, it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag once again. But you know what? It doesn't matter if it's a mixed bag, if it's a great performance, if it's a poor performance. You know that you're going to come here to the Panthers post-game show, the C3 Panthers post-game show, to get that therapy session that your soul is in such desperate need of, Tony. And we're going to commence this therapy session with the best Panther fans in all of YouTube, damn it. You know him and love him. It's our man, Drew, Anthony Price, ATX19, Choppy71, Dan Hino, Elizabeth Lassiter, Joey the Blind Panther Esquivel, James Island Panther, Michael Davis, Locks Maine, The Bat Daddy, Underground West, VP, Bet Chocolate Espresso, and 10 Tizzy. Tony Dunn, ain't nothing to it but to do it, brother. Let's roll.
Man, have the Giants destroyed the Carolina Panthers seasons 2 years in a row? There's a question to be asked right here. Is last year the Panthers were 3-2, I believe, heading into New York, trying to figure out if they were a good team, a bad team, or whatever they were. And they lost to a 1-5 team, I believe, in the 1-5 New York Giants, and they fell to them. Carolina Panthers came out and stumbled and fumbled from the gate. Literally, Chuba Hubbard coughed up the opening kickoff on like the 20 or whatever, the 15. And somehow the Panthers did something that they continue to do, and that is be terrible, but not be as bad as they could have been, as they really were just down one score after starting horrendously. But I just wonder, did the Giants put the dagger or put the nail in the coffin of Matt Rule and maybe even just the 2022 Carolina Panthers? CK, today felt a lot like what it feels like for me to play Warzone. Terrible.
It started out in a really poor manner. No team on that field deserved the win today. Not a single team.
Everybody tried to lose, didn't they?
They were trying, and the benefit, and to the Giants' credit, they didn't have the turnovers, right? We had 2. But here's the thing that's most disheartening about this. Our offense looked anemic against a banged up Giants defense. They didn't even have their starting defensive ends. They didn't have their starting cornerback. Listen, there's a lot of benefit or a lot of things we can talk about. Like our defense came in and they were able to be effective. And this is somewhat more, this is kind of what we expected. At least I expected our defense to look like, because we weren't dealing with a Saquon Barkley that was just constantly getting 9 yards per carry last week when he faced the Tennessee Titans. He was getting, 3-4 yards, and then he got 2 big runs, right? So we were expecting that maybe our defense, if they can shore up that run game and stop Saquon, then we have a shot. Well, the defense did their job in the first half. To have the Carolina Panthers offense come out and make so many boneheaded mistakes, so many bad calls, so many overthrows, it was a failure across the board, for this offense.
Baker was bad. Baker was just bad.
Baker was bad. Shi Smith played his worst game I think I've ever seen him play. Like,
he played the same game. Look, he played the only game you've ever seen him play. You ain't ever seen him do anything different. That's his first game he ever played.
No big bodies in the red zone.
Right.
No points in the first half. But CK, I even kind of push back a little bit. I'm not a Baker defender, but I feel like it's such a mixed bag that I don't even think Baker played terrible today.
No, he didn't.
He did. He was horrible.
I think he
awful. He was awful.
In the first half, he was absolutely god awful, like it was last week. And I'm telling you, we need to get used to batted passes at the line of scrimmage, because this is not going to go anywhere. That is a Baker Mayfield problem, and it's going to continue to be a problem.
To be fair, Cody, that was 2 batted passes in the first quarter, and that was not anything that happened.
He had more than 2. He had like 3 or 4 of them.
I think he only had 3 in the whole game.
Maybe.
To be truly honest with you, I think it was 3.
3.
2 in the first half, 2 in the first half, and 1 in the second.
But everything was pretty well. Like, outside of that, Baker was an average quarterback. But here's the thing. We don't want
below average, bro. He was bad today.
No, he was average.
I'm a Baker bottom.
No, Tony. He was
bad,
he was average.
Dude, he was under 50% completion. We're gonna get into it. We'll get into it. Let's not over debate the Baker, right?
Well, by the way, average doesn't mean
it.
fantasy or doesn't mean franchise. Average does not mean that we want him here next year, right? Average is.
He was below average today. He was below
I don't
average.
think he was. I think the team was below average. I think Baker Mayfield was average.
Well, he was horrendous. CK. I'm telling you, man, this team looked like me playing Warzone. They are bad at it. Greg, the Bat Daddy is Stat Daddy. Hello again. We were here last night watching that simulation, and I felt like in some ways it was about to be the simulation, except for the Giants were way worse. The Giants were terrible today in their own right. I'm telling you, man, this was a bad day for the Carolina Panthers. It was a bad day for me as a fan. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing all right, man. It's sad. The Giants had 54 yards of offense in the first half, and we were tied going into the half. Matt Rule's now 1 in 25.
How many?
54 yards of offense.
Think about that. You're trying to tell me Baker wasn't that bad? He was fucking awful, Cody. Sorry. No, I'm gonna stay with Greg.
You're good. Matt Rule's 1 in 25 now in games that we've allowed 17 or more points, which is absolutely pathetic. And I've just got something to say to David Tepper, because ever since he's taken over this team, it's gone way downhill. And you may own the team, but this has been my team a lot longer. It's been yours, and you have completely stripped and ruined my team, and I have no idea where we're going. And everybody needs to go.
Wait until Greg
Everybody
hits
needs to
that
go.
next crypto. When Greg
Oh,
hits that crypto, he's
telling you.
buying this
Yep.
team from David Tepper.
Yep.
I got 5 on it.
I got five.
What's up, baby? We need to get David Tepper away from this fucking team, dude. The
Bro.
fact that we're 2 games into this season and we're
It
already
feels like
hanging
it's
our
over.
fucking heads is fucking bullshit, dude. And you should be mad. You have a right
Failed
to
on
be
every
mad.
level. We failed on every single level today on special teams, offense,
bad.
and defense.
Very
Every
Miserable
bad.
fucking
single
football
level.
team, dude.
All
Miserable.
right. You're listening to the C3 Panthers post-game show. The C3 Panthers podcast is the longest running Panthers podcast on the internet and on the radio waves. I promise you, we haven't missed a week since 2013, every Tuesday night, 9 p.m., and bringing you a lot of diverse content from the fan perspective. This is your show, folks. This is your show. This is not ours. We're just here with you. We're riding in the car to and from the game with you. And this is a long ride home from MetLife Stadium for all of us. And the question is, are we going to let some of these guys come back with us? Right. And it's going to be hard to, it's going to be hard to imagine Matt Rule salvaging his job. And I'm going to take a strange take, or I'm going to be not a defender of Matt Rule today, but I really believe that the Carolina Panthers team and players we're bad. We're just bad. And I think Baker Mayfield was at the top of that list for me in so many ways. So a lot of mistakes. We want you to be a part of the show. The number is 252-228-5098. That's 252-228-5098. We want you to remember this, is that we got a ton of calls. So bring your best call, folks. One call. We're going to try to limit it to one call. If Tony looks at the numbers close enough, you may sneak one in under the radar with me. But to encourage that best call, going to be giving away a T-shirt today. I'm going to give away this. Today is going to be the Keep Pounding. And I wish we had a image of the Keep Pounding, the British Keep Pounding T-shirt that was designed by Lynn Leonhardt. We're going to be giving that away because we're going to have to keep pounding with this team, and this season it's going to be a tough one, and we're going to stick together. Lock arms, folks. Call in at 252-228-5098. Jump in the chat room and smash the thumbs up button. Let's go ahead and start. All right, the Panthers are defeated. They are defeated. Not only are they on the longest losing streak for a team in the NFL right now, going back into last season, now it's 9 games. They literally have not won a game yet. They are defeated. And I don't know how it could be much worse in many ways. Is like, I understand, look, and look, I don't want to just say fire. Actually, I'm going to say fire Matt Rule. Fire that guy. That guy is a legend. Whoever got that chant going at FanFest by himself, fire Matt Rule. He's a legend. Like, he will live on in infamy. But the point is, this is like, it's not just coach. I know that coaching, like, we're not good, and the players were not good today.
But why do you think we're not good? Tony, this is the same thing I said to you when I wanted Ron Rivera out the door. If our players are missing tackles, if our players are missing assignments, if our players look completely like 2 different teams from the first half to the second half, that's 100% on coaching. Like, yeah, maybe the players
and Baker missing easy passes today. Crumbling, not getting the ball out on time.
Who brought Baker here?
It's like, it's not an excuse for the coaching staff. This is not an excuse, but to place the blame on the coaching staff, on Matt Rule first, is just not at the top of my list. Look, he is de facto on my list, Cody. He is de facto on my list. I cannot stand looking at his fucking face.
Yeah.
He always like, on the sideline.
Yeah. He does, dude.
It's just awful, man. I can't look at his face anymore. I'm so tired of it. But at the same time, I'm a Baker bottom, bro. Baker, this is actually this is what the Browns fans that don't like Baker, This is exactly why.
This is why
My
I
man-
didn't
Yeah,
want him.
I'm
He
not
went
gonna lie,
today.
man.
Think about
may not
this.
be the
Look,
guy.
is Baker Mayfield today was 14 for 29. He was under 50% passing. He had 145 yards. He had no interceptions, 1 touchdown. Look, man, this man can't win a fucking prize pick for me for shit.
Right.
Like it was all there, all of these. And I know, look, Shy dropped some, and that dude's a bum. Don't worry. I've been trying to tell you. I've seen this. Y'all have been telling me the next Jerry Rice, this and that. Fuck that. I've seen these bums come before. But like there was a lot of left out on this field by this football team.
Yeah.
Whether it be Frankie Louvu, even the best player on the field today was Frankie Louvu, and he still dropped a pick 6. He had the pick 6.
Big
Like,
time.
tell me
Yeah.
one good thing.
I'll
This
tell
is
you-
actually
I'll tell you a good thing is last week we weren't able to stop the run. We were able to, at least for 3 quarters, basically make Saquon Barkley not be any part of this game. That being said, here's the thing I want to have a discussion about. Baker Mayfield, from what we've seen so far, is not the answer moving forward, right? He's not getting an extension. He's not. But the reality is, based on this game, you want to talk about his completions. At least 6 of those were dropped passes, 4 of them from Shy, it seems like, right? He had an opportunity to have a much better stat line if Shy Smith actually decided to run a fucking route. Like that would have been a big time gain if Shy Smith wasn't jogging like he wasn't expecting the damn ball. That was a perfect in stride throw, and Shy Smith out here looking like he didn't want to be on the football field, right? It's becoming a bigger problem that this team is not playing hard, and that is my biggest issue. This is a failure across the board, and we can talk about giving our defense some semblance of a break, but the problem is they didn't get any turnovers. That when it mattered most, they didn't get the stops. Even when the Panthers were actually driving down the field and giving them a break, that we can't even use that as an excuse as much. We weren't going 3 and out as an offense, right? We were stalling at the 50-yard line. We were stalling at the 45-yard line. We were stalling. We were settling for field goals when we should have had full-on touchdowns. At the end of the day, this is a failure on our offense. But because of that, combined with what happened last week, this is a failure across the board. And right now, I think we all look at this. Here's the thing I think we can do. I think we can all take a breath, move forward, not pick Carolina to win any more games moving forward, right? Based on what we've seen, we have nothing that tells us they're going to be winning teams. And then hope one of 2 things happens. Either we continue just to be bad, and then we can really fire Matt Rule, restart from scratch, have a franchise quarterback potentially picked in the draft next year, and then move on with our lives. Or they somehow found a way to turn this around, and then we're utterly surprised, and then we're back. It's basically the opposite of last year when we went 3-0, and we were like telling the world, we traded for Sam Darnold for pennies on the dollar, and now we look like geniuses, right? 3 games in, we were thinking, this is the difference. This is what's happening. We've got a guy who's running more than Cam Newton did into the red zone, getting those touchdowns. Sam Darnold might be better than they thought, right? Game 4, and then on, just completely the opposite. Maybe we've got an opposite type of season this year. Who knows? I'm not banking on it.
Man, like the tale of 2 halves is sickening to me. It's absolutely sickening to me. I can't stand it, man. Like Baker Mayfield is who I thought he was, dude. Okay, I can talk all this shit that I want to, because I never believed in Baker. That's why I don't mind saying that, yeah, Baker's kind of been mixed. Like Tony's saying that he was trash, and I'm not defending. Me and Tony are flip-flopped on Baker and Matt Rule today.
Isn't
right?
it crazy?
Yeah,
Is
we're
it crazy?
flip-flopped.
Like you hate Baker, and then I'm fucking on Baker, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
he's not.
dude.
He was fucking a bum today, dude. He missed
But
so many
Baker,
good
to
open
me,
passes, dude.
There were some open passes that he for sure missed. And again, I never believed in Baker Mayfield. I was one of the only people that was like loud when everybody was wanting to be excited about Baker Mayfield being better than Sam Darnold. I always said Baker Mayfield fucking wasn't it. He is who I thought that he was.
He's better than Sam Darnold, though.
Yeah, fine, but okay, this is the issue though. CK said, well, maybe we're able to, if we lose out, we might get a draft pick. This is the kind of team that we're going to win some games that we're not supposed to this year. We're going to win some games, but they're not going to matter. The Panthers are going to be a middle of the pack team, and we're not even going to be in line.
We're not going to be middle of the pack. We're at the bottom of the pack, bro. We're at the bottom of the pack. Hey, look, we're going to get deeper into this. The number's 252-228-5098. First of all, CK, we need your golden pipes. We got this new member. Go ahead. Hit us up. The C3 Superfan, you can be a part of it. $1.99, small way to support the show. Look, where we thank you for the generosity. We never ask people to donate. We want you to be a part of the community. This is a way to continue to grow this podcast with us in a small way that you can show your loyalty and actually get something kind of cool back. So be a part of the community. And one thing you get is this golden shout out from CK.
I would like to thank you amidst a fury of depression for hitting that join button. Zach Altman, my fellow gamer, has decided I want to be a part of the C3 Superfan Club. And I will say this, Zach, I feel like has been trying to join this club for the past 3 weeks and is having trouble finding that join button. He was able to find it today. Welcome to the Superfan Club.
Welcome. Zach Altman, by the way, is a frequent visitor of the Friday Free-for-All. So Zach is the man. Love you, Zach. Appreciate you joining and being a C3 super fan. Also got some donations. Rock 0613 writes in with the $5 love bump. Rook, pardon me, says automatic downvote because you're saying Baker was bad. You guys are being lazy. You can have the best player and a bad coach. It was bad outcome. Well, he wasn't great either, Rook, and that's certainly not fooling anyone.
He's under 50%, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He would be closer to 65 if he actually had his players not dropping wide open passes.
Ifs and buts. But like he could have been closer to 90% if he would have hit some layups too.
Where was that energy for Cam Newton when he had the biggest drop percentage of anybody in the NFL?
That's all I'm saying. I love Cam, but I agree with you, Cody. CK. That's all I'm saying.
Hang on.
Right.
I had that energy.
Hold up. Let me finish the donos. Roosevelt Mungo with the $10. He says, "Where do you go, Tepper? Rule and trade, Daddy have sold this ship down the river. All they have going is grasping at straws. By the way, no moral victories." Damn, appreciate
and one more
Roosevelt.
from Rook. He said this is his last super chat. Like he's not gonna quit. He's quitting.
Well, no, I mean, look, let me be very honest with you, Rook. We appreciate every fan, but if your fandom is dependent upon us saying the same shit that you want to hear over and over, oh, dude, you're not long for this channel, bro. We got 4 people with different opinions, and we're all going to speak our honest truth.
Most of the time, we're all going to
It's crazy. I've been a Baker bottom. I've started the Baker, like my bastard son labeled me as a Baker bottom, and it's a great joke that I embraced. But look, is at the end of the day, this is what look at this. We saw what Baker does for the Carolina Panthers, and it's kind of one of the things that I like about him is he brings the fight. He brings the fight. Like he can be beat up. He can be beat up. He can be beat up and then continue to fight down the stretch.
Yeah.
But today he did not have a good game.
Do you think?
I'm sorry. It's like you could say that he kept us in it. You could say he wasn't the worst player. You can say he isn't the reason that we lost. You can say he better not be the reason we lost. He's a fucking quarterback, right? Like I mean, like at the end of the day, like if you're the reason we lost and you're the quarterback, then that's really awful. He was not the reason that we won because we didn't win.
That's the part that I'll concede. I'm not. Again, there's no part of me that's sitting here saying that Baker Mayfield deserves praise today, right? I don't think that. But to say that he was bad is a gross overstatement of how the game went.
What was he good at? What
well,
was he good
I
at?
didn't say he was good. I'm saying that he was
Well,
an
then if
average
you're not
quarterback.
good, then what are you?
You're middle of the
If
pack.
you're not good, then
Middle of the pack, Tony. Here's the thing, right? When you have those same games, almost identical stat lines from a guy that you love, and I know you love Baker, but we have this same conversation about for the past 5 years about Cam Newton when his receivers are dropping passes. And we're saying it wasn't all on
yards.
It wasn't all on Cam Newton. It wasn't all on Cam Newton. Cam Newton played well, as good as you possibly can. We did that, right? We all were a part of that were Cam Newton favorite.
Bro,
fans of
Cam Newton could have scored more points by himself.
Here's the thing,
than
right?
this team.
When you look at the body of work, there was a failure across the board, right? And to point out like Baker as being a the bad player on this team, like that's just not fair. That's like, listen, you got to keep in mind, Chuba Hubbard fumbled, put us behind. Luckily, our defense pulls that out, right? Robbie Anderson fumbles a screen pass, not on Baker Mayfield. Right?
I agree with you, K.
Baker Mayfield was throwing to Shi Smith, who stopped running on his route. That would have been a touchdown had Shi Smith done his job. And
but that we disagree.
Go back and watch that, Cody.
It was both.
100% Shi Smith.
Can I give you that it was both? Okay, well,
no, because I'm like, here's the thing. If Shi Smith ran that route, that's a perfect over-the-shoulder throw. If Shi Smith the entire time was jogging like he didn't want to be there.
But why can't Baker adjust the trajectory of the ball to hit him?
Because Shi Smith should be running with effort.
That
has nothing. What do you expect? If you see your wide receiver running and then he slows up after you throw the ball?
But you have time to see the route.
No,
and
Cody.
See where Shi Smith was relative to where
you are defending. You're defending Shi Smith too.
We're gonna have to go back.
Y'all are and CK's defending Baker too heavy too.
Dude,
look, Shi Smith should have put that route up, but that don't matter. That's just one play. Baker missed a bunch of plays, bro. No, he missed a bunch.
He missed a few for sure, and I get that.
He was under 50%
because
and
of
don't say it's drops. 2 drops.
6.
2 drops.
6.
Guys, but everything that we're all saying is true. Baker Mayfield played like shit on a lot of those plays.
Not even good.
I know we're agreeing, but I'm honestly trying to meet you halfway here because I agree. Shi Smith should have curled and gone up the sideline. I am not disagreeing with you on that. But if you're a starting quarterback in the NFL, adjust your arm angle and make the throw. That's
how does he know that he's not going to make that
when
curl?
You throw the ball?
That's one play, bro.
Right, but if he's supposed to make that curl, if that's what he's supposed to do, and that's what you do in practice, how does Baker Mayfield know he's not supposed to do that? That's a throw you anticipate. He's throwing it to a point. He's throwing it to a point the receiver's running to. You have no way of knowing that receiver's going to half-ass it and not do what he's supposed to do.
But he does have a way of knowing. He saw where he was. He had enough time to see that Shi Smith wasn't far enough.
Throw that ball to a point. And the receiver runs to that point.
I'm telling you, bro, if you watch that replay, you will see exactly what we're seeing. That was a perfect throw.
Anyway. So
it did because that was a 3 and out, and that would have been a touchdown throw.
Well, it wasn't made. He's right. There was a bunch of other Baker passes that weren't made. So if you want to chalk that up to another Baker Mayfield pass, I'm not going to argue with it. At the end of the day, no one played good football. And
agreed.
This is where me and Tony disagree. Yeah, the Matt Rule and
you go back to being a two-bit nothing. But don't you ever come back here again because I'm too old to waste my time trying to train a no-good loser like you. You bum.
Those guys are a bunch of bums.
Dude,
a bunch of bombs out here.
Bunch of bombs out here, bro. A bunch of bums out now,
dude. So hold on, we got like 4 more donations while we're sitting here arguing back and forth. Okay, one just don't care said bye Felicia to Rook 0613 and gives us a $5 trouble.
I don't know if Rook was trying to say agree or disagree.
No, Rook was basically
this was Rook. Agree with it.
Rook was saying this is my last super chat. And I'm leaving because y'all blame Baker for everything. That was Rook. So just don't care. No. Replied with a bye, Felicia. I'm gonna butcher this name.
Y'all are sitting here defending this.
By the way, By the way, there is no part of me that is saying Baker Mayfield looked like he was going to be a guy that needs to be signed further, right? But you cannot put this on Baker Mayfield as far as this loss. This is a bigger. If you don't get those 2 fumbles that caused them to go the other way, this momentum could have shifted heavily. You cannot put this entirely on Baker Mayfield. Can you put some of it? Sure,
We're not
because
putting
there was
it entirely on Baker.
But who else have you talked about negatively yet, Tony?
No. Look. This is what I'm trying to say is, we know that the coaching staff stinks. I know. I look at Matt Rule's fucking. I hate his fucking face so much, and I feel so bad. I'm gonna have to go to confession now for this. I'm Catholic. I went to church. I went to mass this morning too. I prayed not to make this face on this podcast today.
The Panthers makes you sacrilege.
It does, man. I'm gonna have to go. It makes me a good Catholic, and that means I'm going to confess.
Two more real quick donos. He said, what quarterback in the 2023 draft will give us hope at least for this year? We're a long way to be talking about the draft, man.
Oh my God. Sad, look, dude. This is sad.
And then my brother, 89 J Stubbs, he says 1-25 when other teams score 17 points. That's hilarious. Defense, no takeaway so far. Cody's info looking more right every day.
100%.
See, look, I'm trying to tell you this, CK, is that I want to blame everything. Fire Matt Rue. I want to sing that. I want to make all of this, but like, look, Baker, he has the opportunity to win this game for us. You know what I'm saying? He's a number one, he's a former number 1 draft pick.
Right.
Like, I mean, he has the opportunity. Like, did he take over this? Did he do anything?
Nope. He sure didn't.
That's what I'm saying is, like, not only was he below average, I think he was bad today. I don't think he was look, he didn't complete. He just missed a lot of opportunities, and some of those sacks and this and that is like, and Cody comes back to saying he's got the happy feet in the pocket and he collapses.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I mean, there were moments where it wasn't that they were just all over him. It was just like he didn't know what to. There was and I have to go back, and I'm not going to go back and look at this all 22. I promise you, I'm not going to go back and look at this.
I might have to.
I hope not, because there could be people downfield that were open. There could be this and that, but there was no decisiveness. He crumbled. He how about this? What did he do well? And look, at the end of the day, if I was going to name any player, like, I'm trying to figure out who did well on this team, and it's like Frankie Louvu,
Christian McCaffrey's the fucking man.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna get to that. Frankie Louvu, even the player that was the best player on defense, had the opportunity to win the game, and he didn't do it. At the end of the second quarter, he had a pick 6 in his fucking hands. In his hand. Like, even the best fucking player today didn't do it. Christian McCaffrey, the only player that didn't make a tremendous mistake. How do they just recognize that Christian McCaffrey is good at football? I don't know. I mean, look, you could say Baker wasn't the reason we lost, but he certainly wasn't the fucking reason that we won, because we didn't win. And he left a lot of plays on the field. I bet you this. I bet money if Baker Mayfield came on this fucking show, he would say, I should have and could have played better than I did today.
Of course.
So look, as you can see, there are a lot of different ways that you can break down this game, right? And by the way, this is the reason why you come to the C3 Panthers podcast. We got an echo chamber. The 4 of us have wildly different opinions on a lot of different matters with this football team. So no one should say that C3 is ever trying to push a single narrative, bro. We got a wide variety of opinions here. But look, before we go any further, look, I'm not even going to take too long with it. you're all a bunch of freak shows. You're a bunch of freaks. I know that you're a bunch of freaks. And this next guy, oh boy, he knows what to do with a bunch of freaks like you, boy. CK, talk to him, Big Papa.
Oh, you've made your way back into the chat. Again, we're sitting here in our pity and our dismay. Some of you are maybe celebrating that the Panthers are bad because you wanted this to happen to prove your own point. And for those people, I want to say, bask in your glory. The Panthers suck. I'm hoping you're happy that you're a fan of the Carolina Panthers, but I'm more happy that you're here watching the C3 Panthers podcast, chop up all of our opinions about what happened today. But here's the thing I've got to say. There's 250 people watching, only 108 likes. That's not a ratio that I like. I want every one of you freaks to take a moment, hit that thumbs up button. And this is your subscriber shame.
You heard the man. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell so we can kick the ass of the YouTube algorithm on like the Panthers and get the C3 Panthers podcast in front of as many people as possible. But listen, you've heard us talk. We're going to talk about it probably for another 4 hours more, probably. Let's go ahead and jump in to some of these cat calls. Let's hear what the viewers have to say, baby. Tony Dunn, let's do it.
So what are your thoughts on catcalling?
Yeah, it's pretty. You shouldn't do that to somebody.
And how did that make you feel?
Very uncomfortable.
So how do you think catcalling makes the person feel?
It feels good, like.
Who's that cat sitting in the back corner with his face buried in the snow? Who's that kid that can use one?
Hey, this is Spencer Pickle. Listen, I keep seeing people all over Twitter and some other YouTube. People keep wanting to blame Baker Mayfield's size. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Baker Mayfield played like shit today. Right along with Shi Smith and Chuba Hubbard don't even need to be on the fucking team. His ass would still be in fucking New York if I was owner. Or that motherfucker wouldn't get a ride home. Now,
I have the meanest thing to say.
Blaming all this bullshit on Baker Mayfield's size is a piss poor excuse of people who don't know fucking football. And if somebody there or in the chat gets their feelings hurt, too fucking bad. It's the fucking truth. Figure out another excuse. Baker's still taller than Russell Wilson. He's the same size as Drew Brees. Stop your fucking excuse and figure out another one. If you can't look at the TV or the stream and understand the difference, then turn a motherfucker off or shut your fucking mouth.
Ooh. Wow.
Hate it.
Damn.
Everybody's so angry, man.
I can understand why.
So much anger in today's world.
I understand why.
I tell you this, is the batted balls are a problem.
It's 2 or 3 that happened today out of 29 dropped out of 29 passes.
It's still there. We still
And
see them.
Right. But
look,
I'm saying, like, it's not like a ridiculous. It's not like half of his passes are batted down. Still a problem, but you know, it's not like it's a ridiculous number.
Hey, look, is this the point where I present my back and you won't give me my lashings over Shi Smith? Go ahead. No, it's that time of the show. Everybody tell me how wrong I was on Shi Smith, and he sucks now. Because I know everybody hates him. Like, go ahead. Especially Tony.
No. You know what? I don't hate him. See, this is the fucking thing that I get mad about with the Shi Smith shit is that I don't hate this dude. It's just y'all act like he is gonna be so fucking awesome, and he ain't done fucking shit yet. He ain't done a damn thing other than play in college, and you know his name. You saw him play in college, and you think, oh, this guy looks like I'm going to try to. He's like it's like putting a bet on the roulette table. You know what I'm saying? You put like a number or something. You're like, oh, I'm about to hit this number. And then you're rooting for that number. You're rooting for that square. Fuck that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like he ain't done shit. Look, I've already been there. Cameron Artis-Payne, love him. Best fucking running back ever that didn't ever get to play. But look, I've had my players like this, and I'm telling you, that's why Demir Bird, chirp, 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 fucking way better than Shy Smith. Shy Smith can't even hold Demir Bird's jockstrap. I'm telling you, it's this. It's about the coordination. That's the problem, Cody. It's not that they can't be, that they won't. It's the coordination. And on top of that, I gotta say, JC Horn got Hall of Fame hands for holding. He got Hall of Fame holding ass hands. Again, another guy that y'all coronated to the fucking Hall of Fame.
So
You already put him in Canton.
Am I just supposed to believe that? What? Okay, so all these players that everybody was excited about, that at one point in time people are saying is underperforming, and we could list them off. We could go Derek Brown, Brian Burns. Now we're talking about
Derek Brown had a good game today, by the way.
My question is this: what? So are all of our players just overrated horse shit? Or do we have coaches that aren't?
No, they're not overrated horse shit. They're not Hall of Famers when they ain't done shit, bro.
Right, but okay,
that's
when
my
you
point.
draft players, are we not allowed to be excited about the talent and the things that they're doing?
Let's fucking act like this 6th-round pick is gonna fucking be the biggest thing ever.
About what Shy Smith was doing. And I find it also,
bro, you told me he was better than Demir Bird, a guy that's got like 7 career touchdowns in NFL. This mug don't even look. Dude. We were in the Panthers creator chat, and these mugs were like, they were like, oh, but DJ drops the ball all the time. DJ Moore got 3 1,000-yard seasons.
They don't even look at DJ in this offense anymore.
No. And people are comparing Shy Smith to DJ Moore, and this mug ain't even had 3 career receptions.
Dude, all I'm saying is Demir Bird, his bones were made of fucking paper mache.
Well, guess what? His hands are fucking sticky glue compared to goddamn Shy Smith.
Terrible to you. I'm not up here defending Shy Smith, man. Shy
Smith, you are right now. That's what you're doing.
It kind of sounds like you are. I'm not gonna lie,
dude. Shy Smith. Oh, okay, here's the deal. Shy Smith is going to be a Panther longer than Demir Bird. I'm not ready to give up on the kid. Just like I'm not like G Baby ready to trade JC Horn. I'm not ready to give up on Henderson.
I didn't say give up. I just said stop fucking jerking him off on the like Deshaun Watson's fucking Handmaid's Tale.
Our talented players. This coaching staff is they are a cancer to the long-term, basically reliability of our Panthers. I think every single player is struggling to take 2 steps forward, man.
How about this? Panther Pickle said that Baker Mayfield stunk today. Yeah. And he's right.
But it's not because he's too short. He made that clear.
I think at this point in time, I'm just really over. Like I am. It took me way too long. I mean, I think we've all been here, but I am so in support of where Greg was when we first hired Matt Rule. Like, he's a college coach. How often do these college coaches come in here as a head coach and actually find any level? I mean, even the best college coaches in the world have come to the NFL and failed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Nick
Saban ran for the hills.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, Nick Saban, largely considered the greatest college head coach in the history of college football, potentially, was not able to succeed here in the NFL. Like, the idea.
Who was the guy for Jacksonville last year?
Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
And so Cliff Kingsbury is still a question mark on whether he's going to be successful. I don't think he is. I think that he has benefited, from a couple of different, things going his way. But I'm ready, and I'm so ready for going the route of a former player running this team again, because they know so much more about how NFL players think, how NFL players, look as far as the, what they look for in a coach. And I think that that's going to be way more beneficial to our future moving forward. So I am ready for that. I'm over this experiment of finding out if a college coach can work. It's clearly not. And I'm ready to get back on the train of having somebody like Ron Rivera, who clearly brought this team to higher heights than we've been in, a longer time, in a really long time.
Kuechly for head coach.
See, the thing is you got to keep in mind they're going to have.
Sorry, false reporting. False reported. Cody Lashney doesn't look. Kuechly is fully in support of Matt Rule. He's like he's
Yeah.
locked
He
in
loves
arms
him,
with this
dude.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I mean he's
best
a
friends.
big supporter. Cody Lashley woke up one morning and said Luke Kuechly doesn't like Matt Rule, and he just
Yep.
made it up.
Yeah, it was
He made it up.
Too. For no
The
reason.
number is 252-228-5098. The number is 252-228-5098. And if you really need Luke Kuechly or Thomas, this is what some people said, is I'll believe any of this shit when Luke Kuechly or Thomas Davis comes out and tells me that. Like, do you really
Would
need
they
that?
ever tell you that? Why would they
No,
ever
but do you
come
need
out?
that? We just watched the Panthers lose to an awful team.
Right.
CK came out and said that, and you know what? I don't want to. This is the thing: is I picked the Panthers to win today because I thought it was a must-win situation, and they decided not to win. But CK said in the beginning is that nobody wanted to win this game, which is 1,000% true. But at the same time, we forgot that the Giants were actually trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had to like this. This is the problem with us as Panther, or at least for me, is it turns out that our biggest opponent is ourselves. And like, I'm not even thinking about the other team. I'm thinking about this. Can the Panthers win against themselves? And then they have to go and play another team that's actually trying to win. So that's the worst part about this. The number is 252-228-5098. Let's go to the next call.
Hey, this is White Chocolate Espresso. Wham,
Bastard,
bam.
son.
We all know what the fuck just happened. My God, guys. My God. It's time to blow it up. Blow the whole trade McCaffrey. Trade Taylor Moton. He looked horrible, just like he did the last game. I don't care what anybody says anymore. Oh, we can't trade. No, trade Taylor Moton before he goes bad. Just like we did with our other offensive lineman we traded. We could probably still get a first for Taylor Moton. Maybe a second. We have 4 picks coming in this draft. What fucking coach wants to come here with 4 picks over the cap and no quarterback? Tell me.
Great point.
Trade everyone you can for picks. Make this job enticing to want to be here. You're not going to. Taylor Moton is never going to be part of success here in Carolina. He's too old. He's 28. Say 3 years from now, we finally get a fucking playoff contender team. We think Taylor Moton's going to be great? No. Get him out here. McCaffrey, same way. Like, Burns, don't matter. It doesn't matter. Trade the farm, nuke it, hit the reset button, do what you got to do. But this shit is awful. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm going to go bang something. Get all this negative energy out. Peace.
That poor girl is going to get hate fucked right now. Let me tell you this, is that as someone who has been doing this podcast now for 10 years, and someone who has tried to over the years, I've tried to become a more steady, like, kind of hand about reactions. Like, people used to make fun of me about going overboard, like being too emotional on stuff. Is that I want to say there's a lot of football to be played. I want to say that it's a long season. I want to say that there are 15 more games. And yes, mathematically, this could happen. But like I was telling CK last night while we were playing Warzone, I want to think that I could go and get 3 kills in the next game. But you know what's going to happen likely? I'm going to get annihilated for the next 70 minutes or whatever it is. Like, what makes us, the only thing that makes us think that there is opportunity is that there is more time. There is no evidence.
Yeah.
There is no, like, I mean, like, what, and I don't want to blow it up, but we're talking about this, is that the first 2 games on this schedule, the Jets just beat the Browns today. The Jets beat the Browns, and it was a slugfest. Good for them. Nick Chubb, 3 touchdowns when last time I checked. These are the most winnable games on the schedule.
Hey,
Maybe the Saints now.
I don't yet have Matt Rule, but I think Greg and everybody else would probably really like to hear this.
But it's better than not being in the game at all. I say that. But I mean, it's time. It's time, and I'm tired of being close. I want to win those extra reps, win those plays, and really make this game. So I mean, really win these games. But like I said, it's better than not being in it at all.
So basically, he said he's tired of being close. What we've all been saying about him, that close but no cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Brian knows it. Brian feels it. To me, hey, again, you have to look. I think these players have so much behind their eyes that they so badly want to say, but just can't. Because if you come out and start trashing your coaches, it makes you look like a bad player. Like, that's the thing about Cam.
It doesn't make you a bad player. It makes you the enemy. It makes you the enemy, whether or not you're justified or not.
It makes you a bad teammate. It makes you a bad teammate if you're throwing your guys under the bus, being coaches or players. So I feel like, whenever Cam Newton would get shit, and he would always take it on himself, but you knew he could have said some other things. Same with Baker. I think these guys are holding back what they really think and feel about this football team. By the way, apparently somebody messaged me on Twitter and said that WF&Z is now talking about the tweets and information that we put out. So there's that. I don't know. Maybe this is picking up some legs.
Well, you know what? It should pick up some legs, and not because anything other than like it just makes sense now.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. And if anything was stable, if there was any semblance of hope on this team, it was the defense.
Right.
If there was over the last 3 years, if there is anything, like if you want to like find some sort of silver lining when it comes to Matt Rule and this, and I'm not saying Matt just Rule, but like the umbrella of this administration, right? Think of it as an administration. This is his tenure here. He's the president. He gets to fire his press secretary. He gets to bring in new people and put this and that. He's the guy at the top. If there's been any semblance of stability or hope or promise for the future, it was the defense. It was like, oh man, we drafted historically. We went on a historic run and drafted 8 defensive players or whatever the fuck it was. Remember, we had a draft where we only drafted defensive players. Like nobody had done it in like 70 years. But all of a sudden the first draft. And it's all of a sudden we go from what looked like kind of an old and tired and pieced together defense to something that was like young and hopeful and budding. And then we have been talking about this as Phil Snow looks like he was the most able coach and the most prepared from week to week out of all the coaches that were coaches on this team. But at the end of the day, even this defense is bad. And, it's like, and look, I don't want to shit on the defense today because they gave us enough
the best
to
part
win
of our team today.
But they gave it. This is why I'm upset with Baker Mayfield. Like you guys are acting like it's like I'm being too hard on. Maybe not you guys. You are.
Can I add to your argument, Tony? This is from David Newton. Baker Mayfield completed 6 of 17 attempts when Giants sent 4 or fewer pass rushers on Sunday. His completion percentage, 35% against such pass rushes, was the worst of his career.
It's really like I feel like any part of this defense, or this team, like you can pick Baker, you can pick the defense. It's like you're the tallest midget. You are the hottest, ugliest chick. You are. There's nothing really good on its own. It's just not as bad as the other thing beside it. And look, is that even the best? I mean, like, what? Tell me what was great about the defense today. Even the look, and don't say they stopped Saquon. They barely even gave the ball to Saquon.
Yeah.
If anything, the Giants pulled a Panthers from week 1 and barely tried to get Saquon involved for a long time. I think they did exactly what we did against Cleveland.
I'll tell you, to be fair, the defense did hold the team to under 20 points. They did have the ball on their side of the field the first 2 drives they played after not having any rest. They played, I think it was 10 minutes to 2 in the first little bit of the game, the first quarter, and they held him to 6 points with short field. So, I mean, the defense actually didn't play that bad today. They had moments where they really kind of messed up, but they had some pretty shining moments too. We're also playing against an offense that's not very good. You know, we shut down Saquon Barkley, and beyond that, they're not very good.
People in the chat are calling for Sam Darnold. I don't want to hear that.
No,
either.
Who's calling for Sam?
Look, people are saying we want to see. I mean, there's been a couple of people. My boy Kevin said this earlier and some stuff. But the point is, this is like you're just calling in another midget. You're calling in a shorter midget right here. I'm sorry, and I know midget's not a dwarf. You're calling in a shorter dwarf, whatever the appropriate term is for person that is height challenged. I'm so mad. Let's go to the next call.
Pretty cringe.
0-2. This is DJ and Raleigh, by the way. Just depressed. Matt Rule needs to go. And before anybody says, yeah, Baker Day wasn't on.
Yo, that call is rough. Sorry, bro.
Look, DJ, 0-2, you're right, man. It is a tough time to be a Carolina Panthers fan. The number's 252-228-5098. Is there any hope? I guess, how about this? Let's frame some questions for the callers. Look, again, best call today is going to get a free, is going to get a Keep Pounding t-shirt. By the way, I still have to mail out all the shit that I promised people last week, which I still am. I just got to go to the goddamn post office. Greg.
And by the way,
I need to mail it to Greg.
Before you play the next call, Karen Choi disagrees with you. She says Saquon Barkley ran 7 times or had 72 carries for no score.
No,
so she's basically saying that we did have a better run defense than
couldn't have 72 carries though.
No, he didn't have no how about this?
Yards maybe, but not 72 carries.
Yeah, I think 78 yards.
Yeah.
But
17 carries. How about this? Is I had Saquon. We all had Saquon. Oh, actually, you know what? He even got over. This motherfucker.
He had 72 yards.
Still covered. He's still covered. Jesus Christ. How about this? Baker Mayfield. Look, our prize picks from Tuesday night. Our prize picks from Tuesday night. This was the $5 to win 50. We win 10 times our money right here. We covered with Christian Moore, 50. He had 102 rushing yards. Saquon had 72, so he covered the 70. Robbie Anderson, 32 yards with a drop and a fumble, right? So that's a little bit. Baker Mayfield, 145 yards passing. 145 yards passing. And we kept going. Oh, I'm sitting here going, man, can the Panthers push it to overtime? Oh, can we make something happen on this last drive? We get the ball at the end. You got the ball with what, 3-4 minutes left?
Yeah. I mean, to me, a lot of it is it's around this offense and the way the offensive line is set up. I think Bradley Bozeman's still out there. He's still not. And, I'm about to take my victory strut. I feel like I've been vindicated. Brady Christensen should be our left tackle. Brady Christensen should be our left tackle.
How about I can agree with you that maybe Icky shouldn't be right now. I can't go ahead. I'll full on and say that Brady Christian should. Look, man, I don't think anybody on this offensive line's doing well.
I don't
to be
even
honest
think
with
the
you.
offensive line was fucking atrocious today. I've seen
I
way
think they
worse
missed some pretty
offensive
key
lines than
blocks.
today.
There was
Yeah,
some
it wasn't
but,
great.
but there was some third
Wasn't
downs where
great,
they just
but
had free blitzers coming off the edge with absolutely no one picking them up.
was
Like,
it the shortest, smallest person in the room? Was the offensive line the shortest, smallest person in the room?
I would put an equal amount on the offensive line that I would on Baker Mayfield.
I agree. I'm right there with CK.
they were both not good.
Wow.
Right.
They were both not good. Like, you know, and
Were they a
it
bunch
came
of-
like-
To be my time trying to train a no good loser like you bum.
don't do the whole
Those
thing.
guys are a bunch of bums.
A bunch of
It's so
bums.
loud.
Is
Yeah,
it
super
loud?
and they're definitely
it's
gonna
very
strike
loud.
us for that song. But I'm
Oh, you know
I'm
what?
to the
I'm gonna
point
do it
where
again
I
like
just
this.
To being a two-bit nothing. But don't you ever come back here again because I'm too old to waste my time trying to train a no good loser like you bum.
Bums.
So if they demonetize this, does that take away the super chats?
There is no
No.
demonetization coming from that, bro. I put that up on my own free will. I cut up that is pulling together a lot of beautiful things together. And
Anyway,
that
this
is a
offense
great
sucks.
question. They don't
think
take away the super chat.
we haven't
Good.
no, they don't.
I
But
hope
that
not.
for a song that's owned by HBO, they'll damn sure slap us for it. But I think that Ben McAdoo, we also haven't talked about him enough. I think the play calling was bullshit. There was 1 3rd and 8 in specific, and Baker called an audible. He changed the play at the line, but so I don't necessarily know if it was him or Ben McAdoo. But even still, the play call was just terrible, man. Like on 3rd down, we are a piss poor football team. And it's like, yeah, what is he yelling at on the sideline? Like, what is he even saying to his guys? It makes no sense to me. Matt Rule, when he's making those dumb faces. and
well, let's bring up
screaming
this
at-
super chat and we'll talk about it.
Rule from Maxwell Irvin with the $5. Appreciate you, Maxwell. He says Rule looks confused on the sideline 90% of the time. He is simply not a good coach. Boy, you can say that again, Maxwell.
Fucking worst face in the history of the world to me. I want to punch his face more than Sean Payton's.
And
Think about that.
a
Sean
very
Payton
punchable
had
face.
the most punchable face for us as Panther fans for a long time.
Hey, to your email, we got a cat call from across the city, so he sent a voice memo to your email.
Wonderful. We'll go to it next. Let's go to the next call.
Yeah, Baker's not it. The offense is bad, bro. The defense, not good at all.
I'm telling you, man, there's nothing good about this team.
We need to get Marshall out there. Somebody. We need to do something. This is very depressing. I mean, the last play of the game, come on, you know he's going to run the ball. He can't fucking throw the ball. You know he's
Yeah,
going
we
to
have to talk about this.
What y'all doing, man? We need to tighten up. I guess we still got 15 more games left. All right, guys. Keep pounding. Have a good one, guys. Later.
Keep pounding. So if y'all remember that play where Daniel Jones broke contain and he picked up the first down. Okay, to me that was all on Shaq Thompson. To me, Shaq Thompson was supposed to be the spy. He was supposed to have his eyes on Daniel Jones because, by the way, Daniel Jones being a mobile quarterback, that's not something that we didn't know. We know that the guy can move. And the fact that on 3rd down, you would leave the middle of your defense that wide open, come on, man. To me, that was on Shaq. He instantly turns around and follows the tight end. And it's like he wouldn't have even been in a position to make the deflect against the tight end either. So he might as well have just stayed contained and blitzed on that player. Do something. But to me, that was on Shaq, that final play. But it's also just non-communication. Like guys don't know where to be at the right moments, I feel like, on offense and defense. That's why this is on the coaches to me.
All right, next call.
Fire Matt Rule.
Fire
his
Matt
ass. Fuck. What it do, boys? It's your boy Mike,
What up, Mike?
aka Supreme League Hubs. I'm
Supreme
driving
League
down
Hubs.
this road right now, and I am thoroughly upset with this fucking clown show that I have been experiencing. 308 days. 308 days of losing. And I know most of it's been the off season, but it's been 308 days of losing. Sorry, guys. Losing my shit right now. You know, usually I'm like Captain Jack Sparrow up in this bitch. I'm cool, you know, sipping on my bottle of rum or whatnot. Right now, I'm feeling like just regular old human being Johnny Depp, and I'm mad as shit drinking my mega pint because some bitch done shit on my bed, and you know who that bitch is? It's fucking Matt Rule. I'm going to tell you.
Yo, Matt Rule, Amber Hearded him.
Coaching staff never. I haven't felt this way since 2001. I've been down. Panther Pride till I die. And I've never, even during the 1-15 season, I did not feel like this. Because you know what? I knew we was going to be ass. But all this shit, hyping motherfuckers up, all this shit, oh, it's his third year and shit. Nah, fuck that. New York Giants are, if not the worst, one of the worst 2-0 teams. At the end of week 2, they will be the worst 2-0 team, probably. And we lost to that team. And you know why we lost? It's because they have better coaching than us. Their coach is better than us. Their OC is probably better than our OC. Their DC is probably better than our DC. On to week 3, boys. Let's see what happens. Panther Pride till I motherfucking die.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Supreme Leader, man. I love the emotion, especially, you know, at times like this, man. Like I said earlier, we're 2 weeks into the season, and we're already doing what we normally do. We're
normally
already
under Matt Rule.
Yeah, and we're not. Yeah, 1,000%. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. And shout out to Dean Jones from Cat Crave. He put on Twitter a really good point. He says, even if we did fire Matt Rule, how could you even think that David Tepper picks the right guy next time around? And then he made the point that the fish rots from the head first.
Right.
And I think that's a damn good line too, man.
Yuck.
Everybody in this organization has been found wanting, and it's embarrassing.
How about this? Here, just to kind of piggyback on the Matt Rule discussion, in the press conference afterwards, this is per Joe Person. Tweet says Matt Rule on playing different guys such as Higgins. So I guess you're talking about why aren't we playing Higgins instead of Shi Smith in this case. He said, we don't need to change. We just need to battle through. More of the same. Let's go across the pond to Sonny Goodman.
Oh, guys, today is a really sad day. It's probably the hardest loss I've taken, at least in the last couple of years. It's a realization looking at the schedule of where a win may come from. It's the realization of how we've fucking wasted McCaffrey's prime years. We've wasted all these young, good players that we've drafted because of the shit way with this whole team has been run from top to bottom. We have the owners, a fucking idiot. The coaching staff are idiots. And it could be a very, very long time before we see a competent team that could make it to the playoffs. It's going to be a lot of years of getting 2 weeks into a season and not even wanting to watch the games and just fucking put Red Zone on. I don't know how we're supposed to enjoy any part of the season. One way would be if they just fire Rule now. I don't know why we don't just do it. Go and lose next week and get rid of him and give us something and some sort of change, because right now they're going to be losing a lot of fans.
Silky smooth call there.
Did sound very good.
Look,
Yeah.
the people across the pond, look, you can email us at carolinacatchronicles@gmail.com, just like Sonny did, because international calls are ridiculously expensive. And so, look, email and look at that crystal clear audio, but everything's coming back to fine, Matt.
You know what? I'm proud of us, man. Tony, I remember when Jay Cryer, he was our only UK fan, man. Now, dude, we've got like a whole contingent of C3 fans over there across the pond. I love it, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to our UK homies. Shout out to Sonny Goodman. Sonny, you're the man. The call was incredible. And you're right. It does feel like at this juncture in the ball game, we're talking about players that are being wasted. Like, I honestly feel like talent is being wasted on this football. Quite frankly, what I'm afraid of is that guys that we're all shitting on right now for having bad performances, that they're eventually going to be with some other football team and they're going to ball out because they're going to have coaches that are going to put them in positions to win, that are going to put them in the right spot lined up on the field, that are actually going to do right by them. And I'm just so worried that we have all this talent that we are letting circle the drain. And that's terrible.
I want kind of the older hat Carolina Panther fans to maybe call in 252-228-5098 or chime in the chat about this. It's kind of like, what feels different about this year than 2010 and 2001? Was that the year or two? Like, we've had 2, 1, and 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, there is a stark difference. The stark difference with those 2010 teams or that 2001, I think it was 2001, where we just got the first pick basically, or a second pick, is I feel like there's talent on this roster. I really feel like there is talent on this roster, and that's the thing, is not only are we bad, but it's like we shouldn't be this bad. That's the scary part to me, and I think a lot of people are kind of keying into this. The number's 252-228.
Hey, can I give you an update? Can I give you an update before we hit the next call? So the same guy that told me that our tweets were on WFNZ, he put talking about the insider and all the turmoil going on. Willie P said he saw the thread and said it may be true. He doesn't know. He couldn't get anyone to deny it from the team.
Who is Willie P?
I don't listen to WFNZ. I thought you guys would know. I don't even know. So
I know Mac. I know some people. I don't know Willie
but he said
P,
he couldn't get anyone that he knows from the team. So
what did you say earlier today? And people are like, and look, is that you had a good line, is that sometimes it's kind of like this. It's like what you're not talking about is the problem. Right. You were talking about the silence on this issue might be an indicator of some things. But look, like, how about this? Is whether or not, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about reporting for us, because we're not reporters, dude. We're not reporters. That's the whole point of this podcast, is we are fans reacting to what's happening, but we follow this as closely as the reporters do. Like, think about this. We podcast every night of the week almost. We're on Twitter daily. You know what I mean? Like, we're writing about this shit. We're talking about this shit. Like, I mean, like, I beg anybody to say that. And look, I know a lot of people, sports nut. There's a lot of people that put me onto stuff. So I'm not saying we're the most informed people, but we are not ill-informed. when it comes to the Carolina Panthers, right? We're watching the game. We're doing all of this. And the scary part about that whole shit is that it makes too much sense. That's the thing. Is like you don't even like it's like how about this? Is that you can say you don't believe it, but tell me one piece of evidence that says it's not true.
Right.
Like, give me this. I mean, just give me an alternative world. Right now, there is nothing you can say that's good about the Carolina Panthers. There's nothing. Like you want to put the coaches, you want to put the talent, you want to put the front office, you want to put the ownership, you want to put the draft. Like what? Tell me one good thing about the Carolina Panthers right now, other than the C3 Panthers podcast. The number is 252-228-5098.
Hey guys, Chuck from Elizabeth City, aka Carolina Sports Guy. I guess guys, after looking at things, 9 losses in a row, you get numb. I've got friends who stopped watching. I've got friends, and they're diehard Panther fans are just tired of the same shit every week, whether it be the refs, whether it be just getting robbed of bad coaching or terrible plays. We're snake bit. And it comes down to this. I think the players are not buying into this coaching staff. But, the turnovers, Shi Smith, the way he played today, Baker missed him on some plays. Something's awry. Something's missing. This line's supposed to be better. It seems when the game's on the line, I mean, look, the defense played well. You can't blame them for the first 6 points. But when you get to a point where you take the lead, the next series, it's like last year. The defense goes out and lets the other team's offense score to tie the game. And after we did everything we did today, we find a way to lose. And it's just to a point, guys, we have to look at it. We are not going to get any better until we get some fresh blood in this organization with the coaching staff. They don't believe in them. And I'm not trying to tear Matt Rule down because I hated Juan Rivera a lot more because we had a team and he blew it. But we are wasting talent on this team, and we're wasting our hard-earned time and effort watching this team, and this coaching staff has no clue. And it's not going to get any better. Even if we were string a victory or 2 here or there, it's not going to get any better. And the difference is, guys, we're a couple plays away from being 2-0. But that doesn't really make us a better team. Last year we were 3-0, looking real happy and thinking things are going to be great. And look where it got us at being 3-0. So being 0-2, it's no better. It's no better at all, guys. It's just hard to deal with when you watch a team and all you want to do is win to enjoy your week. I got nothing else.
I tell you this is I hope can we tell Connor and Noah to cover their ears?
Connor, Noah, cover your ears.
I'm a couple inches away from having a giant D too. I mean, like giant.
You're
porno,
so cringe,
like,
dude.
Porno. I mean, but we're a couple of plays. Shut the fuck up. Not Chuck. I love Chuck. He's my dude. But I don't want to hear it. I mean, not that he was even saying like it's not even about 2-0. It's not even about this. At this point, this was a must-win game for the Carolina Panthers. It's a must-win game for Matt Rule. It was a must-win game in many ways, kind of for Baker Mayfield in a sense. Like at least Baker Mayfield is going to go on to have a career. Matt Rule is done in the NFL after this.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done. And like, we're going to start be talking about this is like, what week will he be fired? Because like, unless you reel off 2 in a row, like, I mean, think about this is like, if you go 1-3, you are on your way. You're walking to the chopping block.
Yeah.
You're on your way to the guillotine. He is walking to the guillotine right now.
So this is one of the things that's flooring everyone right here. This stat. So now this has been elevated. We are now 1-25 when allowing 17 plus points. It's like,
And by the way, well, you know what? Why does that stat bother you that much? Is
no, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm saying it's okay. If that's your stat as your head coach, that's fucking bad news, bro. That's real bad news, and it continues to be an embarrassment. By the way, 9-0 when allowing 16 or fewer points. So basically, when the Panthers win, our defense has to pitch a shutout in order for the Panthers to
right?
get a W.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
I get. All right. Now I see what you
Yeah.
guys are saying.
So
Is because if your defense holds the other team to under 20, your defense did the job.
yeah,
In the NFL, you know what I'm saying? It's like under 20. It's like if you hold them under 18, 17, you're elite. You're elite defense.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're
just
asking for
saying
the
this
elite.
is that he hasn't won a single game where the defense didn't win it.
Right. We have to have an elite defense
Every
in
game
order- yeah,
and have a competent offense.
Dude, this
Because you
is
still got to score more than 17.
Roosevelt Mongo with a 10. Dude, how do you not love Roosevelt Mongo? Roosevelt
do.
Mongo is the fucking man, dude. Roosevelt, we love you, bro. He says the Lions, Jaguars, and Jets are winners. What does that say about the Panthers? Tepper is a good torturer. Roosevelt with the $10. Roosevelt, my man.
Worst team in the
This
NFL.
is tough. This
Yeah.
is tough.
Are we?
I mean,
Are
we're
we the
we're
worst
watching
team in
it.
the
I really do
NFL?
think we are the worst team in the NFL, to be truly honest. But I can't think the
Cardinals are
Cowboys
being
with a backup
shit on
quarterback
right
are beating
now.
the crap out of the Bengals
Are
right
they
now.
getting beat right now?
They're beating
The
the crap out of the
Cardinals
Bengals.
are being shit on pretty bad right now.
Cooper Rush, the backup quarterback for the Cowboys, is 12 of 18 for 162 yards and a touchdown at halftime.
Who the hell is
At
Cooper
halftime.
Rush?
Exactly.
And why is Will Greer not their
Exactly.
quarterback? I thought it was Will Greer.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
No, they
Will
elevated
Greer.
him from the practice
We are
squad.
the worst team in the NFL. I didn't want to believe it, but I do now. We really are. I can't think of one team out there that I could confidently say we can go out there and beat right now. I can't think
Colts?
of one. No, I don't even think the Colts. To be honest with you,
Are the Colts terrible? I haven't even really been following like what.
Well,
they
they
got
got
smashed
deep
today.
down. They are actually they have a better record than us, but they have no wins.
They
have a better. Think about this. They have a better record than us, but they have 0 wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We still continue to have J.C. Horn in the slot. I think that's the dumbest thing in the world.
All right, let's go to the next goal. I'm downloading it as we speak. You know what? As J.C. Horn right now isn't even good. Like even he isn't
though,
good.
and I'll fight you on this. No, he's not.
No,
it's
he
not that
could
he's
be
not
good. He will be good. He can be good, but he got a big holding penalty. I mean, not a big. Like he had a penalty today. Look, he has not been seatbelting mugs.
Right.
This mug has been riding around on the interstate with no seatbelt on. He's been breaking the law. He broke the law today, holding people, doing all of this. This mug, he's not like, you know, whatever, like when you ride through a county and they say we have a 98% seatbelt rate or whatever. J.C. Horn ain't been there lately. Next call.
Yep, Panthers' just loss is week 2, and I feel like the season is over with. Looking at the schedule, I don't see who we are beating. Maybe Arizona, but I don't see us winning any more than 3 games. 3 games would be a luxury right now. You know, ever since Tepper has took over this organization, it's like I don't even have hope for the future anymore. I'm already thinking about the draft because I just don't see us winning games. And I'm trying to think, where is the hope? Where is the optimism in the future? And I'm looking at college football. I really don't see a savior. I don't see anyone that, you know, that really gets me excited about the future. You know, I hate to say this, but even when Richardson was the damn owner, I knew that we would win one year, then we would suck one year. We would win one year, and then we would suck. So at least I knew every other year, you know, we would probably be in the playoffs. But ever since he's taken over, I mean, it's been, you know, doo-doo on a stick. Every year since he's taken over this organization, things just go from bad to worse. So, I'm just pretty apathetic right now. I really don't see things getting better for this season and for the near future, for that matter. So y'all keep your head up and just try to find something else to do. I'm out.
Well, first, don't try to find something else to do. At least come and hang out at the C3 Panthers podcast. I put 10 years in this. Like Greg said, this podcast existed before Tepper did. We need you. What we need you to do is become a C3 super fan and just drop that little basement emoji over and over and over again. Because I don't want to hear that shit, David Tepper. Think about that. Is this mug, this billionaire, said the worst part of his fucking life and day, the hardest part of his job of owning the Carolina Panthers was going and sifting through the basement fans on Twitter. Well, David Tepper, we do this shit for free, essentially. The C3, you make bazillions of dollars. We
From
actually
we buy
pay
his
money.
Yeah, we buy his
Yes.
Yeah, we buy your product. We pay money to do this fucking podcast. I've been paying all this, run the website. Like, I mean, it's not free. And you give us a basement ass product. This is so bad. This makes Ron Rivera look like the best coach ever. And I'm sorry. I know y'all shit. You were like, it's time to go for Ron Rivera. This is why I defend him.
It was time to go. It doesn't mean that they made the right.
But how about this? Is Ron Rivera's team would not have lost today?
Yes, I'd rather
Ron Rivera's team would not have
Ron
lost
Rivera.
today.
I would rather
He
have
would've
Ron
won
Rivera than Matt Rule. Yes,
his team would have won today.
Without question. I mean, I don't know if he would have won, but I think that we'd be a lot more consistent than we are under this guy. And you're right. Both of those things can be true. Ron Rivera should have been fired when we fired him, if not a little bit earlier. But David Tepper fumbled the hell out of his first coaching hire. And that is unquestionable at this time. Like now, we're not even debating whether or not the Panthers can turn it around. We're debating, hey, what week does Matt Rule get fired?
Yeah. We're not even debating that. We're not even debating what.
Yeah, there's no debate.
We're just like, which one is it? Like, we're all like just like trying to hit the dartboard. One other thing about that is, if you've listened to the C3 Panthers podcast, and if you've been a Panthers fan, you would have known this. The problem with the Matt Rule hiring is that we didn't do it in the appropriate way and hire a GM first. We did this ass backwards. We did it ass backwards from the beginning. We've always said this. And, we may have, not may have, we had an owner who was so absent. And we were, as fans, we wanted more emotion. I remember this with Ron Rivera in his early years when he was not having the best of luck. And I wanted him to get mad. You know what I'm saying? A call didn't go right. They fucked something up. And I wanted him to show emotion. And he was over on the sidelines just like emotionless. And I was so upset about it. But then in retrospect, it turned out to be such an asset of his. And that is like steady as the course. I will not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need a coach who, when no one else believes, like the fans, they believe, right? But here's the problem is, David, we wanted a owner who had emotion because we had an owner who was emotionless, who was absent. Now we have an owner that came out. He did a little dance in his first year. He did this thing. And it turns out, you know what? We want an owner who's absent, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, David Tepper.
Yeah, please leave us. Abandon us.
And you know what? Just to hire a GM and let him do it. Let Scott Fitterer do it, man.
Yes. 1,000. And you know what? Like, Tony, I've always been a proponent of ripping off the Band-Aid. Like, do it now. Get it over with. If you know that you have to do it, if you know that you're going to do it now.
Mhm.
Let Steve Wilkes have his say. I mean, the man never got a fair shake over
He
in
did not,
Arizona.
no.
He never got a fair shake. He had a terrible team, a terrible quarterback, and then they fire him after 1 year. Let Steve Wilkes, the man came back home. If you believe the stuff that we put out, Wilkes has been fighting to make some changes on this football. Let Steve Wilkes take the reins and let's see what they can do because this is inevitable. Matt Rule is going to be fired. We don't know when, but he's going to be fired. And if he isn't, David Tepper is the worst fucking owner in the history of the NFL.
There's only one way he's not fired, and that is if he reels off
10 in a row.
10 straight.
Yeah,
we were on the same number, 10 in a row. It's 10 in a row. And I tell you, the thing that only kept Ron Rivera's job in those years, in the tough years, were the fact that he won late in the season.
10 in a row, by the way.
Yeah. 10 in a row.
Yeah. It was 10 in a row. We started out 1-5 and we won 10 straight
Was
after
that
that.
the 2013 season where we went to yeah, you have that is, and he always finished deep, and that was a Ron Rivera toughness team. I'm telling you, fire Matt, and look, fire Matt Rule isn't gonna fix it right away. It will not fix it. Like, it's gonna get worse before it gets better, maybe. But how can it get worse? Truly, how can it get worse than this?
Hey, I wanted to highlight this one. My buddy Vince, he said that David Tepper, his arms are not long enough for the position.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Dude, it's so
well
embarrassing.
done. Next call.
Hey guys, it's the growl that makes him howl, aka Joey the Blind Panther. You know what? I think this is Matt Rule's last. Well, not his last game, unfortunately. I wish it was. But I think this is Matt Rule's death knell. And we say that fire Rule, which yes, we do need to fire Matt Rule. And what I'm about to say is not. Don't take this as like saying that Matt Rule should stay. Ben McAdoo has some explaining to do. Does Ben McAdoo do that same dumb thing where he like refused to run the ball for like a large part of the game, and then he finally gives it to McCaffrey, and I'm sitting in my room saying, "Run the ball, about ready to cuss him out, and then he runs the ball to McCaffrey, and he get a big yardage. Of course, Of course, you know what happens. You know what the one I'm talking about, where he like almost runs for the touchdown. I wish he would have. We might have won that game if he did, but you can't ask McCaffrey to do everything. You can't ask any one player to do everything. But my thing is, if like we didn't see Laviska Shenault. Jai Smith is hurt or gets hurt in this game, goes down for a while, comes back in, and the way he's playing, you kind of tell he's hurt somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if something comes out about that.
Yeah, somebody said he had a knee injury.
Why was
going into
Laviska
this.
Shenault not brought in? Why was Chuba Hubbard ever allowed to touch the ball again after he freaking fumbled on the opening drive and got the Giants 3 points? It's so messed up, dude. And I like Baker Mayfield. No, he didn't have the greatest game today. He played kind of similar to the way he did last week, except he got hot for one quarter. He was a little better when he wasn't hot than he was last week. And it came down to what I had a feeling. I thought I have a funny ass feeling that Graham Gano is going to beat us by making a field goal for the Giants, like in 2018, which I took my friend to that game. That was fun. But now we're the clown show with the longest losing streak in the NFL after we didn't fire Matt Rule last year. And Tepper's up here talking about, oh, he smells like me, he talks like me, he looks like me. Well, how would he know that unless he's doing a Jake Delhomme, Jerry Richardson's daughter with the coach, with
Do you want
Would
the
I be
most
surprised?
cringe,
No, and actually,
Tony? Do you want the most cringe, Tony? Cody?
Would I have it any other way? Oh God, I don't even know what I'm getting ready for, dude. Let me brace
Yeah,
myself.
I'm not. I can't
Okay,
even say it. I have to.
okay,
It's gonna
then don't.
be in.
Put it in
It's
the
gonna be
private
in
chat. I want to hear.
inferences. No, it's gonna be in inferences. Why do you think Chuba Hubbard's hands are so wet?
Oh,
Yeah.
you dirty dog.
I mean, what was he doing? Oh, either he was with the Astro Lube or whatever, pick whatever.
Oh, I get it.
lubes.
You're insinuating he washes his hands too much. If you get what I'm saying.
Or he
Takes a very long
or
shower.
man, Matt Rule's wife is just very
Oh, God.
hydrated.
Let's just say he misses Rule.
Can I just say
how
it
do
is
you fumble? Look,
Mrs.
he
Rule.
can't be on this team no more. And
No,
look, and
no.
I hate to be like that because look, I don't play football, right? And so you can come and say I'm not going to be on this podcast no more. You can come on there, like. So I really hate to individually say, like, I don't like a cancel culture and fire culture, but right now he doesn't deserve, in my mind, to be on this team. You know what I'm saying? There's other people. Like, think about this: is who was the guy that we had last? The butcher. We had the butcher, the running back from Detroit. Like, he is a better player.
Yeah, Hassan. What was his name?
Nah, whatever his name. Yeah, but like, this is like, what has he done?
I smoked too much.
That's earned Abdullah. Amir Abdullah.
Amir Abdullah.
Hey.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we were talking about Graham Gano earlier. This is off that topic, but did anyone notice that the last time we were in New York playing a game, Graham Gano kicked a game-winning field goal for us against New York. The next time we come to New York,
remember that 6? I think it was there. I might have been at that.
The next time we come to New York, Graham Gano beats us with a game-winning field goal for New York. It's very, very crazy,
and he hates me. I'm blocked by Graham. You know what is? I wish I was on this defense. Maybe I would have blocked that fucking kick.
Dude, I wish we had Graham Gano. How about that?
Fuck that.
I wish we
not doing bad.
Why?
Panera's doing
no,
okay.
I don't give a
What do you
fuck.
mean,
No,
why?
I wanted
Look at
Butker. We want Butker.
Dude,
We want
look at
Butker.
the-
Fuck Graham Gano.
Yeah,
man.
okay, but
Care
it's
about
like
that bitch.
I'm saying if you had to pick between our current kicking situation and what it has and
Least of our
Graham
problems.
Gano,
Least of
Yeah,
our
I'd pick
Panera is the
Graham
least of
Gano.
our problems right now.
Yeah.
Well, last week he
I
was.
don't know, man.
He kicked it out of bounds. No. All right. Next call.
hey guys, Joey the Blind Panther again. I got cut off.
Oh, nope. One
yeah,
call. We're on
sorry.
the one call rule tonight. We're on the one call rule, Joey. You gotta.
Yep.
You're not getting the free T-shirt. Next call.
Hey, first off, enjoyed the show. Pretty much.
Appreciate you,
The
man.
only thing I have to say is that reports that was made yesterday about the dissension within the defense and then the non-continuity of the offense does not give me much hope or really any kind of pleasant thoughts of what this season can be. I think that we did do some things better on the run, but yet and still when it mattered, with J.C. Horn's holding, we're still getting BS penalties. Baker was throwing like a blind man out there, even though he was running for his life. Just really at the end of the day, overall, even though there was some improvements in some areas, we fell back in others. I just want to get to the point where we can play a complete game of football.
Right. I want
Good luck.
I want
So
I want to see our team play good on all three phases. Like one time in the next 15 games. I would love to see it feel like our team was like actually playing well through an entire game on all three phases of the game. Sorry guys, I'm sorry. I'm just spouting out fairy tales.
No, don't be so sorry about that. Look, there's a funny thing last night. We talked about this when we did the Madden simulation. Is that all of the other since Pat Coltrane retired, like he's the oldest hat. Him and I we're running these streets since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been around, but like all the other podcasts that are out right now have not seen. They were talking about this. Is like they haven't seen a winning season.
Right.
Think about that. Like they've been podcasting and podcast. It's like they're fucking Detroit Lion fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's sad. It's sad and that's terrible. I want to remind everybody, bring your best call. Bring your best call. We're going to try to do one call per number, one per call, and I'm going to skip it because I'm not good enough at keeping the numbers. So if I hear your name twice, you can disguise your voice, maybe. Guess you can call in as somebody else. Maybe CK could call in. The thing is that while I know I sympathize and empathize with you guys with wanting to see three phases of the ball, how about this is I truly feel like this, and this is why I'm down on Baker today. And I'm not down on Baker. I think he gives us a better chance than Sam Darnold. I think he's like the best quarterback that we've had in a minute. Like, so I'm ready to roll with Baker for this season. But I've spent the last 7 years since really 2015, and maybe even a little bit before that, just criticizing the Panthers offensive line. All I've done is excuse any quarterback or anything or any loss to Byron Bell, to Matt Khalil, to next. Who was the guy last year? Like, I mean, like we've just picked left tackle after left tackle. We've just said offensive line stinks. While this offensive line was not Pro Bowl today, I don't think that they were. When I was watching it, I wasn't like, oh, Baker has nothing.
Right.
I didn't feel that way. I'm sorry. I just did not feel that Baker had nothing.
Right.
No time, no this. And so maybe you can agree, disagree. The number's 252-228-5098. Let's go next call.
C3, your boy 89J Stubbs.
What's up, my man?
Man, what an amazing start to the season, man. It's like, all your hopes get flushed down and basically when you look at Dallas right now, dude, they're missing their starting quarterback and their coach sucks, but they're winning. The team that beat the Super Bowl. Anyway, moving forward, when we're picking these games, who's going to win, just keep in mind, if the other team's going to score more than 17 points and Matt Rule's the coach, we're going to lose. So from now on, if when we do our picks every Friday or Tuesday, just remember that if you think the other team can score 17 or more, we're going to lose. I mean, that stat right there is just like, it is hilarious, dude. I mean, that's embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing. And the whole team sucked today except for McCaffrey, Derek Brown, and everybody else sucked. Anyway, keep pounding. Maybe we'll get Eric B and CJ or Bryce, and we can trade some of these players towards the middle of the year and get some draft picks, stack up, and rebuild.
Can we bring
that's the only answer.
Thank you. 89J Stubbs, man. Big, not only just a member of the family, it comes on the Friday free for all, always a supporter of the show. We appreciate that. And top Panther fan, man. This guy's all ear to the ground. He knows his Panthers more than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I defer. There are a lot of people that are in this chat that call in this show that I defer to. 89J Stubbs is on that list right there. So knowledgeable. But you know what he brought to something back to my attention was this not Derek Brown's a good game for Derek Brown? I think it was.
It was.
I think he had one standout play and then he didn't screw up. To be truly honest with you, it wasn't an amazing game.
That's what we've been shitting on him for.
Yeah,
is that's what you needed from him.
Right.
I felt like a lot of the things that a lot of the people that we were really down on
stepped up.
We're good today. Yeah, stepped up. Brian Burns. How about this? Was Brian Burns good? Was Derek Brown good?
Brian Burns I gave him some shit at the beginning because he missed some couple tackles that he looked like he should have made, but then almost immediately after I said that, he makes 2 sacks. So it's like I was telling you guys, I love Brian Burns. I really, really love this guy. I really want him to be on the team, and I want him to be elite. I just don't think he's an elite player. I think he's a really good player. I think he's just on the cusp of being elite, and I don't know if he can.
I agree with that.
Really honest with
I
you.
agree. And I think that Panther fans too much want their players to be elite, and they're not.
But here's my question, though.
Go ahead.
Like, do we believe, like, so after all the information we've gotten over this past week regarding the turmoil within the organization, right? Burns believes he could be better under a different coaching staff. Is that to say that Burns is not, like, do you think he could be better if coaching was better? Or do you really believe that Burns is not an elite player?
I think it depends on what position he's put in, because like if we're saying that he's just barely missing these tackles because he's being set up in the wrong position by the play call, then yes. But if he's just barely missing this tackle because he's not quite wrapping up enough, or he's over pursuing, or he's just not fast enough, then no, another coach is not.
Well, he is totally fast enough. We don't got to worry about that.
He had a couple times today where a little bit of speed would have.
Well, because it's like terribly tough, difficult situation. My answer to you, CK, on this is that both can be true.
Yeah.
And I've Cody has brought this, but this is what I'm trying to tell you all about the Shi Smiths and the people like this. And I know I'm not trying to say Shi Smith and Brian Burns in the same category. That's not what I'm trying to say. Is that can people be better in better circumstances? Yes. Like, how many careers in the NFL have been destroyed by terrible circumstances? Right. Just look at a quarterback. You know, man, like you can look at any quarter, like a 90% of the quarterbacks, and say that. So can Brian Burns be elite in another situation? Maybe. But guess what? He ain't right now.
Well,
if our defense did worse today, like,
he's the best player on the team, though. Like, that's the thing, is it doesn't it suck to like shit on the best player of your team?
No, but even if he wasn't an elite player, we still might not have a way to know. Because if Brian Burns is the only to the defensive backfield and the only one generating a pass rush for us, and by the way, he's already on,
that's what I'm saying.
He's
But
already on the all-time list for sacks. He's not. I mean, he's already on one of the most.
He's not on the all-time list of nothing.
That's what they said during the podcast. That's what they said on the show, that he's on he's already has some of the most sacks.
Dude, Julius Peppers had more sacks in his rookie year than fucking Burns.
I'm saying that he is on that list.
He's saying he's on the list. He's like eighth most.
That list must be 92 people long then.
But this is what I'm saying. The Panthers have two elite players that I would consider to be pinnacle players that can change things for you in the NFL. I think that's Christian and I think that's Brian Burns. And I like a lot of the guys on the team, but really those two for me, those are it. Those are the guys.
Can I tell you my concern though with Brian Burns is, like, the problem is he is only generated pass rush when he's only in single teams, right? Like, here's the thing: when you're one of the best in the league, it doesn't matter if you're double teams. You're going to get pressure from for a good amount of time. Like, the dude is not. The problem that I'm showing is he is getting beat by tackles left and right. Like, as far as like, he's just getting stopped. And if it's not for Daniel Jones holding onto the ball too long and running into his arms, he wouldn't have had that sack today, right? So I agree with Tony to an extent here. Brian Burns is somebody that I think can, like, last year he was able to get pressure, but I think Brian Burns needs to have another guy on the other end of the other side of the field or other side of the line who's able to generate just as much attention, and then Brian Burns can eat. You know, I don't think that we're seeing it this year. Burns is not, you know, he's not getting home nearly as much. And honestly, he was getting a lot of pressure last year. We're not getting nearly as much pressure from Brian Burns so far in the first two games.
He's always double teamed him, and he's
that's fine. That's just an excuse. It's if man, your aunt's got nuts,
bro. He's
the
only legitimate pass rusher on the
That's
Panthers,
fine.
and
That's
every
fine.
defense
It's just ifs and buts
around him. What is he supposed to do? Even
it's
with
just
double
ifs
teams,
and buts,
he
bro.
still gets pressure. He's still the only one
Smith,
getting
look, Steve Smith was almost in this position, bro, before Cam Newton came. Look, I said this. I said this for a few years. It was an unpopular position that I wanted to trade Steve Smith, and not because I didn't want him to be a Carolina Panther, but because we didn't deserve him at that time, and we were wasting his career away. If Steve Smith would have been on the Indianapolis Colts, while Peyton Manning was slaying it, which he was slaying at that time, he would have been the greatest receiver in the history of the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been a nuclear level, like a difference.
Right.
And what I'm saying about Brian Burns is these are all ifs. And it really hurts me. I'm not trying to talk junk about our best player. That's the thing, is it really stinks to be like, hey, the best player. But you know what? Is right now, whatever you think his potential is not going to be achieved in Carolina.
That's why I
it's
believe
just
the rumor.
Never going to be achieved in Carolina.
That's why I believe
he's going to be a good player.
Yeah. I 1000% believe that Brian Burns feels that his future is not on the Carolina Panthers. I also believe that he's best suited as a Von Miller type pass rusher in a 3-4. He is an outside linebacker, and I think that's what benefits him the most. I think that'll be a team that he would go to. But the fact that he's mentioned it to Julius Peppers, remember how Julius Peppers left this team? He loved Carolina, but he went and got the bag somewhere else.
He was just smart. He said, I didn't want to be a part. Actually, I think this is Panther fans hated Julius Peppers for this. Because they offered him a big amount of money. He just said, man, I don't want to be here for this shit.
And by the way, it's going to be the same thing with Brian Burns. The Panthers are going to
whoa. A little bit, but not even close. But not even close. Is you can't even put them mugs in the same conversation.
How much do you think they're going to pay Brian Burns when he comes up for?
I don't care. Julius Peppers had 12 sacks his rookie season, and he was suspended for 4 games, bro.
But remember, Peppers
wanted to that. He had 12 sacks in 12 games. I don't want to hear no shit about nothing. Julius Peppers is the greatest pass rusher in Carolina Panthers history.
We're not comparing them, though.
But not in the same conversation. Greg, you got the numbers.
If we were to compare them, because I'm with you, Tony. Julius Peppers is my all-time favorite Panther. I love this guy. Julius Peppers is number 1 on the list of Panthers all-time leading sacks. Brian Burns.
If you say
9.
Kevin Green, I'm gonna fucking punch you in your face.
Kevin Green's number 5. Brian Burns is number 9. Okay, on the list, so he's 8 behind Peppers. He's played 50 games with 27.5 sacks. Peppers played 154 games with 97. So technically, if you extrapolate that out, and Brian Burns continued to play the way he was,
say the numbers again, because he's not had no 50 sacks.
No. 50 games, 27.5 sacks. Julius Peppers, 154 games, 97 sacks. So if you extrapolate
for
that
the Panthers?
For the Panthers. So if you extrapolate that out,
all right, let's put these now. All right, let's slow the numbers down. Let's slow this math down for the slow guy here. You're trying to tell me you want to extrapolate this out.
Right.
97 games.
No. Okay, Julius Peppers is 154 games. Brian Burns has.
He did not play 154 games for the Panthers.
I'm just
not
saying
for the Panthers as a career, right?
No, it says for the Panthers, 2002, 2009, and 17 and 18. It just says that's not
100.
Is that really 97?
That's at me.
Okay.
50.
No, I mean, okay. All right. No, 97 games.
Well, no.
And he had what?
154 games and 97 sacks. Burns has 50 games, which is
math cannot be right, is it?
Well, I'm just
somebody do the math. No. I mean, somebody like, all right. So from 02 to 08, right?
02 to 09.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He didn't play in 09, did he?
It says 02 to 09 on here. I can look at another website.
Somebody look up Pro Football Reference.
Yeah,
7 times 16. I mean, no. These probably are going to work out 7 times 16. So, look. All I know is this: is Julius Peppers has never had. He's only had 2 seasons in his career with less than 10 sacks.
Oh yeah,
the point
he's
we're
a
trying
better
to make
player.
is
I'm not
Brian
saying
Burns.
that by any means. Yeah.
Brian Burns is a damn.
I think K1 Short has had more sacks than. No, what I'm asking this: has Charles Johnson had more sacks than? How many career sacks did Charles Johnson
had more help around him?
Charles Johnson's number 2.
Oh God, I don't want no ifs and buts, bro. There's no ifs and buts.
Is the only fucking pass rusher on the team.
That's fine. I didn't disagree with that. Didn't disagree with that.
By the way, for the past 3 years, other than Hassan Reddick for 1 year, Brian Burns has been the only consistent pass rush on the football. And to deny what this dude has done for the Panthers, I guarantee you, if Brian Burns goes somewhere else, he's going to make every Panther fan eat their words, dude. Brian Burns is a
John M
superstar
says
on a
Tony's
terrible
so overconfident. No, I promise you this: Julius Peppers is 5th all time.
Yeah, he's
4th or 5th all time in the NFL all time,
But
bro.
nobody's saying that he's better.
No,
than
what I
Peppers.
am just trying to tell you is this: is that Brian Burns is a good player for us.
Great player.
No, he is a good player.
Very good player.
He hasn't even gotten over 10 sacks.
He's better than good.
He's right there. He doesn't have a season over 10 sacks yet.
I already told you he was our best player on defense.
Yeah.
How about that? I gave you that. I gave you he is the best player on our defense. My point is just this. No, it's just ifs and buts. Ifs and buts. My whole point is this, is that he could be fantastic. How many great players have had careers that didn't turn into greatness because they were in a bad situation?
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know what? I'm with Brian Burns. Get the fuck out of here. Leave. Not because I want you to leave, but because this is the Carolina Panthers are holding you back right now, Brian Burns. The Carolina Panthers are holding you back. And I feel like we're arguing over the wrong things here. Like, I feel like we're agreeing and just disagreeing because you're bringing my boy Julius Peppers into this shit.
That could be it. Yeah.
Like, I really believe that he is a very, very good player. But until you're in a position where you're great, he hasn't been great yet.
Nobody's
he just hasn't been
considered
great.
him MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. He's never been whispered, been in the conversation
Right.
for Defensive Player of the Year.
And so,
so
the unnecessary bluntness said this because when he was talking about your tweets, right? And he said, "Oh, I said one of the things is maybe the fact that Brian Burns hasn't signed an extension,
right,
lends to the idea that maybe some of this has some validity." Right? Is like if Brian Burns isn't signing a premature extension, maybe that's suggesting he is kind of playing his option, like playing the field a little bit. And he goes, "Oh no, he's waiting for Bosa to sign. He's waiting for Bosa to sign." I was like, bro. And I'm not trying to talk down to him because he knows a lot of football. Man, look, I'm not trying to talk down when I say bro. But like at the same day, is first of all, the Bosa name carries a ton of weight. That automatically adds millions of dollars to your contract. At the same time, is I don't care what Bosa signs for. If you haven't gotten over 10 sacks, like it don't matter. Like you ain't the elite. You might a rising tide lifts all boats. But don't act like Brian Burns is resetting the fucking market and not that he was acting that. I'm just saying this is you put Brian Burns in a different situation, he may be great. But guess what he is now? He's just a very good player. Next call.
This is Los, man. Look, I know I said if you draft a guy left tackle at number 6, you should automatically start him at left tackle because you don't draft a guard at 6. But damn, Icky is on pace to allow sacks. Maybe I don't want to switch him, but maybe they should think about splitting some time between Christensen and Icky, between left tackle and left guard, because Icky he's looking terrible at times. Baker Mayfield, I didn't want the scrub. I think he's a fucking scrub. I thought they should have went for Jimmy G, but they wanted the progressive commercial #1 overall pick college Heisman Trophy. I just don't like Baker Mayfield. Y'all had me thinking that he would be okay. At this point, if he keeps playing the way he's playing, I wouldn't mind going back to Sam Donald because hell, I think Sam Donald would be better with this team than he had with last year. And everybody's getting on Phil Snow like he's trash. If it wasn't for this damn defense, this team wouldn't be no goddamn where the fuck it is. The problem is the fucking offense and the goddamn quarterback. That's the damn problem. Then McAdoo in the first game didn't get Christian McCaffrey the ball enough. In the second game, he got Christian McCaffrey the ball a little bit more, but could have got him the ball another 3 to 5 times. And I'm tired of this Shi Smith shit, man. Everybody was trying to, oh, he's the next Smitty. He's the next Smitty. Man, Shi Smith he can catch open, easy catches, but when it comes to contested catches, going up the middle, when he feel like he about to get hit, he can't catch. He gets scared. He get Higgins and Marshall in the game. All Smith need to be doing is returning punt and a rotational wide receiver. He's not no fucking number 3 wide receiver. I like Rule. Well, no. I would say I like Rule. I'm not going to give up on Rule right now. Because it's only year 3 and I don't want to go through another total rebuild. But if he can't get a damn win, then the hell with it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I agree with everything my man said. And again, like, I believe I was right on Baker. I believe I was right on Icky and Christensen. And again, I know I can't prove that Christensen would be better, but
you were right on Burns and Julius Pepper. You were wrong on Burns and Julius Pepper.
Whatever, man. All I'm saying is that basically Christensen should have started left tackle because he didn't do anything to lose the job. And he is a very athletic big man. And by the way, Ikem Ekwonu is best downhill at the point of attack. You can put him there and he's literally plug and play. And Deontay Foreman and Christian McCaffrey should be feasting behind that. But they're not because we don't know how to field a football team correctly. Infuriating, man.
All right, let's go to the next call.
Yo, what's good, C3? It's JD864. Hey, I was just calling in to give my opinion on the game.
Pictures of us.
The offense has to get their shit together. Like, when you have your defense go out there and in game 1, they don't allow but 2 touchdowns to the opposing team.
Oh my God!
Right?
More excuses.
4 field goals. Your offense got to be able to put up more points. And then against the Giants, 1 touchdown, and that's off of special teams, Chuba and Robbie forgetting that they need to secure the down football. So gifted them 2 possessions on their side of the field, and your defense only gives up 19 points, but you can only muster up 16. Offense got to do better. You can't put this shit all on Baker. Multiple drop passes. So that's on the wide receiving core, tight ends, Ian, Shy. Bro, the one that Shy dropped in the red zone in the first half, and he catches that's first down. That's first and goal. And he possibly could have gotten a touchdown off of it because of the way he was positioned. He would have been able to shoot in between the defenders, possibly get a TD. That changes the dynamic of the game. But miscues, fucking poor coaching decisions. These are things that they gonna have to clean the fuck up. Now, I'm thinking about changing my name to the Eternal Optimist because it's just the way my mind is wired. Because even with all that shit being said, even with the team being 0-2, 2 weeks into the season, we still got 15 games to play. And
we
lost 2 close ones, but the fact that they were close ones, right? If the offense in any way, shape, or form gets its shit together, this could be a very good team. I like what I saw out of the defense. Louisville needs to get with a jug machine, learn how to fucking catch. Besides all that, what makes this fucking loss worse, I have a fucking fever today, so Yeah, man. NFL Sunday
damn,
ticket was
bro.
Me
fucked up.
too.
I got a fever. Couldn't even watch the game. Then the team turns
You
around
got
and lose. So
COVID,
they
bro.
ain't
We
been
all
my
got
day.
COVID.
With that being said, man, Panther family, you know what we do. Keep out.
I'll let y'all respond.
I mean,
I
dude,
can't. I can't. I love you, bro.
it's
I
tough,
love
man.
this
And to have
caller,
a
but
fever,
this is some bull.
to have a fever on top of it too, that's rough, man. Get better, JD.
We got a fever too. I got a fever. I'm feeling terrible. I got a sickness. It's called being a Carolina Panthers fan. We lost. Look, what was the score again? Can we recap this? Tell me the score. 1916. 1916. The Carolina Panthers fall to 0-2. They are defeated. They are on a 9-game losing streak. And I don't want to hear nothing about this defense being good. And look, the Giants were atrocious today. They were bad. CK came out and said this, is that no one wanted to win this game. No one wanted to win this game, and I know who wanted to win it the least, the Carolina Panthers. You can say that this defense was not the worst part about it, but they weren't even good. They weren't even good. And even in those moments, it was incredible that after a turnover in the beginning, a 3-and-out and the bad field position, whatever it was incredible that we were only down 6. But I don't know if that was necessarily our defense playing well.
So so two things. My favorite callers thus far, for me at least, are Supreme Leader and Locks Man. I think those are my two favorite right now. And number two, I wanted to mention something that I had forgotten about. I'm happy I remembered it. As soon as the Panthers scored their first touchdown, the defense falls off of a fucking cliff, dude. The defense was doing okay at preventing them from doing anything on third down up until that point. The Panthers' offense finally finds a rhythm. They finally start to do something. They actually put points on the board. And then our defense just collapses, man. They just utterly collapse. It's embarrassing. It really is so bipolar that the minute the team does something good, they have to follow it up with some dog shit. And to wrap up my little rant here, according to Panther Pickle on Tankathon.com, Panthers got the #1 pick, baby. Let's go. Oh, shit. Give us fucking 6 foot, 190-pound Bryce Young, baby. It's all good, dude. Damn.
Honestly, like it's gonna be a long season though, is the problem that I have right
No,
now.
there's 17, there's 15 more games.
Right.
It's just all opportunity right now.
No, but I mean, if we're losing that much to where we're getting the first pick,
sarcastic,
bro, this is going to be a very, I don't want to just use it. I think depressing is underwhelming in this statement. Like, I feel like it's got to be even worse than that. Like, listen,
do you know how mad I am about this with this podcast, CK? Is that we got Baker Mayfield, we got a polarizing player that brings attention. We're catching some momentum that we built a foundation upon, right? Like for 10 years, we've been building this podcast, we've been building this community, and look, y'all have been building, not just us, but like callers. Look, we got calls. We're talking about we're limiting it to one call. We're doing this. We're doing all of these things because these are signs that like the work is paying off.
Right.
The process, whatever Matt Rule wants to tell us. And like we have this momentum point, and Baker Mayfield comes in, and we're gonna be this ass. Like we better be ass. We better be cheeks then, because if we win 5 games, I want to tell David Tepper, you get mad about the basement Twitter. You know what's worse than basement Twitter? When nobody is on Twitter talking about your ass.
Dude, how about this? Every Sunday, you know what the highlight of my Sunday is? Other than this little sliver of my life when I get to say House of the Dragon? My favorite part of Sunday is doing this right here, right here, with all three of you, my fucking boys, and with every single diehard C3 Panther fan in this chat. Because I tell you what, I have a lot more fun and I have a lot more excitement doing this than I have watching the Carolina Panthers for the last 4 years. It's been an absolute embarrassment, and I want to personally, from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every one of you. Not only in here, Tony, CK, and Greg, my brothers, but everyone in the chat room.
More
man.
importantly, the people
More
in the chat.
importantly, everyone in the chat room, everyone that has supported not only the show and joined and liked and subscribed, but everyone that has supported our sponsors, everyone that's in the chat room, even before we, dude, y'all make our Sunday, man. I hope that we're able to add the same kind of joy to y'all Sunday like y'all do to ours, man.
I swear by this, is that the pandemic was far easier for me than it could have been because I have this. You know, it's like people are like oh, your life's disrupted. I'm like, hell nah, it's Tuesday night, baby. I'm going to do what I do every Tuesday. It's Sunday. Like, no, this is like no part. So look, we love y'all, but look, we gotta lock arms now. This is Panther therapy right now. We're gonna probably have to start taking insurance. I mean, but until we find a way. Until we find a way for you to support the podcast with Blue Cross Blue Shield, you can support the podcast by becoming a super fan, supporting our sponsors, even though they didn't pay for this show. So we overname them Manscaped Panthers promo code, PrizePick C3 promo code. But the real thing you can do is this: smash thumbs, subscribe, check out the shorts, check out the tweets. Be a friend, tell a friend, and call in 252-228-5098. Next call.
Yo, what's good, C3?
That same
It's
call.
JD.
Yeah. All right, next call.
Gentlemen, is there any hope
No.
for David Tepper to redeem himself, to
No.
endear himself to this fan base? This guy's been nothing less
He
than
needs
an
a recession.
incompetent moron dipshit owner. Tried to rook the taxpayers to get him to pay for his new team headquarters upgrades for his stadium. Then he screwed over the people of Rock Hill. And the guy just hasn't done anything right. And the guy, like his personality, how he carries himself, he just seems like an arrogant jerk who's been
Carpetbagger, man.
the owner, a genius of a hedge fund manager, but a lousy owner. It doesn't have much for personality or charisma. Is there any hope for David Tepper? Is there any way that we could root for this guy? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Straight to the next call. Thank you. Great call.
Hey, man. Been a lifelong Browns fan. I'm just letting you guys know.
He loves Baker.
Baker's either going to tear you up or he's going to mess up. That's what he is.
Whoa,
But when
whoa,
he
whoa.
lights you up, he's going to light you up. He's got a heart. We
tear
miss
you
him up here in Cleveland. We do. He's either going to light you up or he's not.
I didn't get that call at first, guys. When he said he's going to tear you up or mess you up, I thought he meant tear us up. He meant the other team. He's going to tear the other team. Well, guess what? We're still waiting for him to tear up the other team.
Chat room like that call. Are y'all keeping track of y'all favorite calls?
Which one?
No.
Which one?
That's
Which
enough.
one
I'm not
did you
kidding.
like?
All of
The
it.
last one?
No.
No, like for real. Y'all, I know what my favorite call is going to be.
What?
What, this one?
Well,
Was
yeah,
it
we already
this
heard
one?
Joey.
Hey, man.
Yo, it's G-Baby?
Been a lifelong Browns fan.
No, fuck. Well, no. You know what? I'm gonna say fuck G baby. I will say that because
he's
G baby
coming
has
at
said
you.
fuck you to me, so I feel like I can say that back. But yeah, I'm waiting for G baby's call, but it will not be my favorite tonight because I felt like he was already mad at me, and I was telling him that Baker sucked.
Can we
Go ahead.
can we at least rally around the fact that Russell Wilson looks like absolute garbage?
When? Right now?
He's 9 for 23 and an interception.
Oh, that's my
Yeah,
fantasy
he's looking
quarterback.
like-
Don't say
Damn,
that.
he's my fantasy quarterback. No, I can't
Oh,
rally around that.
no.
So Jesus, I
No.
need to.
He's looking like hot dog shit.
So is Joe Burrow. Ooh.
Damn,
Cooper
that's
Rush,
my
pick him up this
fantasy.
week.
That's my fantasy
Yeah,
quarterback.
7.
dude.
They're losing to Dallas right now, 17-9. Incredible. Next call.
What's up, C3? It's Anthony. I'm calling in the
What's up,
fourth.
Anthony?
Giants
Good
just
name.
kicked the field goal to go up 16-13. Bro, it's time to fire Rule. It's time. Phil Snow's bad. Rule's bad. Crackadu's bad. I don't understand. We have offensive talent.
My favorite call.
They come out one drive and 3 straight passes in shotgun. No play in shotgun has worked today. I mean, it's just disappointing. We can't even compete with the Giants. I honestly think this may be a 1-win season. It's time for Rule to go. I can't stand and watch this shit anymore. Me and my dad both out here just laughing at Matt Rule, man. It's embarrassing. I feel bad for Baker. I don't think we're utilizing him at all. I don't know why we don't run the ball. Like, why do we even pay these dudes, man? Why do we pay CMC? And the 3-3-5 is shit, man. Daniel Jones can literally just complete any third down he wants to.
And he sucks.
Doesn't matter.
Daniel
if it's
Jones
3rd and 20,
sucks
doesn't matter
too.
if it's 3rd and 40. He'll get it done, man. Because this 3-3-5 is more like third down conversions galore. But anyways, y'all keep pounding and stay safe.
Who was this the?
Hey, man. Been a
No,
lifelong
and
Browns
which
fan.
one was it? This call that's the favorite.
Super Hubbard.
No. Oh, we didn't hear this one.
Shai Smith, you going down on the wide receiver
Oh, that's
depth
Pickle.
chart. But you'll still get to be kick and punt
Look,
returner
he's
because we
changing,
ain't got
he's
no
disguising his
somebody
voice.
else. This
We
is what
know
Panther
you.
Pickler has to say.
Oh, he didn't. This was the call that
Gentlemen,
I like that.
is there
Call.
any
That's
hope?
that's a
Any
good call,
hope?
though.
it is, but this was
That
the
was
one you liked a lot, right? This one
The
about David
chat one
Tepper.
was.
David Tepper to redeem himself, to endear himself.
He didn't
to
say his
this
name. All right, so the David Tepper call, last digits 9414. You know what? I'm on that call right now. I will. You won me over on this. My favorite call of the night so far, because this is I'm tired for so long. Maybe I'm just getting old and curmudgeon-y or whatever it is. But everybody, like, just because you're in a position of power, a position of authority, does not mean that you are qualified, that you are better than us. So a lot of people will say this, armed, like, and look, I know the social media landscape is about people sniping from the sidelines and stuff like that. I get it. So it's hard to be Matt Rule. It's hard to be the guy that's doing the thing. And it's easy to be the critic. But what we sometimes, or at least I'm starting to believe, is that the people who are in the driver's seat for something, we assume because they're in the driver's seat, they are remarkably qualified to be in the driver's seat. And so we have been told that David Tepper has these brass balls on his desk, that he's this fucking brilliant businessman. And maybe he is. I mean, look, he is obviously, because he's made billions and I haven't made shit. And I'm poor and like I'm actually in debt and he is worth billions of dollars. But like, how much do we celebrate playing a bank in a recession?
Exactly, dude. He's the most overrated billionaire ever.
Is it?
He
Yeah.
is,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
dude,
is it like, I mean, it's like this. He just picked the bank that didn't fail, right?
Yeah, dude,
He picked the bank that didn't fail, and he
literally,
bought the stock at the bottom.
Not to go politics, but if the president was Democrat or Republican, the banks were gonna get bailed out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is.
So,
Yeah.
that big whoop. He bet on the banks.
He just picked the one bank that they didn't. They let one bank die. You know what I'm saying? They let a couple of banks die for a sacrifice. They paid the sacrifice to the financial gods.
I mean, it's still a smart move on his part. I mean, it may be a simple way, easy way to get money, but it's a smart move. We'd all do it if we had the inside information and could.
My point being is that it's not like he's a Steve Jobs. It's
Right.
not like he's
not visionary.
Money like that. I get
He's
it.
not Elon Musk. He ain't shit. By the way, shout out to Chad Powell, $4.99. Says coming to C3 has been the only solace in being a Panthers fan in recent years. Love you guys and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Keep pounding. Thank you, Chad. Nothing but
Thank
love,
you.
brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to the next call.
What's up, C3?
Did we hear this one?
I'm calling.
Yeah. All right. Next call.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Richie Von Bowling. First time calling in.
Oh, what's up,
How's
Richie?
that Baker Mayfield
What's up, Rich?
looking, dude? Seems like he's got a little trouble just stepping up into the pocket and passing. Keeps on wanting to roll out. But yeah, maybe those batted down passes or something like that has gotten in his head a little bit. But y'all go easy on my boy Cody Lack, man. With these drops from Shi Smith, it ain't his fault. You know, he takes up to do a lot. But
yeah, man.
yeah, it's the start of the fourth quarter here.
Thanks,
but
Richie.
keep pounding, y'all. I'll be watching later. Peace out.
You're right. You're right, Richie. As Jerry Rice dropped a few passes in his day too, I'm sure.
I mean,
Oh wait, too old of a reference. Is like Cody's like, who's Jerry Rice?
Oh, shut
read
up.
about him.
Next
Come
call.
on.
Hey, so this is it, right? Please tell me this is the last game Matt Rule coaches, because this is getting ridiculous.
All right, let's talk about
It's getting
this.
ridiculous.
When is he? Like what?
0-4. He's gone.
4.
I think 0-4. He's gone. Yep.
I thought it was 6 to start. You know what I'm saying? Before we lost 2.
Well, it's
I thought
also
it was
the fact that we're
Go ahead.
9 or 0-9. You know, like the leash is so short. It's so
how
short.
ridiculous would it be for him to be fired after this game? Would it be ridiculous?
It would be ridiculous, but I think it would be welcomed. As messed up as that is,
Great way. Of
But
putting
if we know that he's headed down that path and we all think he's going to, would it really be ridiculous? I mean, you're only talking about a few extra games that we already know. I feel like we're at 9 now. I mean, if we lost 9 games in a row in one season, it'd be
because it's so early. Because it's like, hey,
it's unconventional. But I wouldn't say it's ridiculous. Yeah,
God, you guys are on point. What? So how did you put it again, CK?
I said
it would be.
It's ridiculous, but not
but it would be welcomed.
Not unwelcomed. Not unwelcomed.
And then Greg said it would be unconventional,
but not ridiculous. I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Just based on what we think now. So I think we're on,
it would be
small, medium, large
unconventional.
level here.
You're right, but like it's like this. At what point? Like it really is. This is again dead man walking. He's walk. What is it? The Green Mile.
Oh.
Is he fired right now?
No, Mariota's
be
just
so
doing
funny if that
game.
news is
Mariota's just doing game losing interception. Falcons were trying. Falcons
Of
were
course they
trying to
did.
come back. Falcons were trying to come
Falcons.
back at the very end against LA, and Jalen Ramsey and Moss jumped over him and just caught it out the air for an interception, man.
All right, next call.
Hi guys, it's Rich. He has to
Rich!
go. I have nothing else to say. He has to go. How can we lose that? It's dreadful. It's just so many dreadful things. There's moments where we've got players that can do stuff, but clearly we're just honestly Matt Rule, the rancid chinchilla. Jesus Christ, send him back to college where he belongs. Anyway, keep pounding. I can't wait to be a better team again one day. Loving your stuff, guys. Hope you're all doing well. I am. Take care.
All right, next call. Next call. Thank you,
Podcast
Rich.
Thank you,
brothers.
Rich.
What the fuck, man? Damn, I
What's
thought
up,
we should
G?
have won this damn fucking game, man. Damn. I mean, the defense, they stopped the run pretty good, and Christian McCaffrey got over 100 receiving yards, man. But motherfuckers dropping the damn ball. Shi Smith and Chuba Hubbard, he done fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, first play of the damn game, man. I'm like, come on now, y'all. I'm tired of this shit, man. Something has to fucking change, man. Something has to fucking change. I swear, we are better than this, y'all. We are better than this. I just cannot believe this shit, because next week we got New Orleans. You know how that damn defense is, man.
I know.
Sick of fucking
Did you see what
losing,
they
man.
did?
I really am, man. That's like, what, 9 games straight now? This is bullshit, man.
In many ways,
Give me
New
something on that,
Orleans
y'all.
might be the best team we've played so far. Let's go to the next call.
Hey guys, Chuck from Elizabeth City, aka Carolina Sports Guy. I don't know what else to say, but this coaching staff ain't worth a fuck. And I'll go ahead and tell you, turnovers by, the kickoff, and we're just
That's number
snake
2
bit.
for Chuck, by the way.
Robbie Anderson's turnover. Those
Is
6
it number
points made a
2?
difference. The defense showed up today, but the one
All right.
drive after we finally
Getting
take the
skipped.
lead,
We
we
skipped
need them to
people.
hold it.
One call.
Yeah,
Chuck.
we got
I
pause it.
I love
We
Chuck.
got to play it fair, man. Hold on, pause it. I wanted to say real quick, we got to be fair, and in order for these shows to not be 15 hours long.
They're
and
close.
For,
We
and for
have
everyone,
so many calls.
for
still
everyone
go.
to hear their call, at least on the post-game show, we really have to be diligent about only letting one call. So this is on you. Bring everything you have in your call. Make it good, and we're going to give away a prize, man.
Yeah.
So
And right now, who do we got? We got the call who we don't know who his name is. The anti-Tepper is my favorite. And you got Locks Main and one other
Supreme,
in the bag.
Supreme Leader too.
Supreme Leader on the road out there. Y'all, the number is 252-228-5098. You be the best call. I'll give you a t-shirt, man. I got some stuff. I got a prize closet, bro. I got t-shirts that I made. Dude.
Dog said you paid $5 for 2 calls.
Dude, yeah. Actually, you know what? I will say that is you donate on the cash or the whatever. I'll give you a second call. Next thing. And I ain't even gotten his call yet.
Fan here.
Or Cash App.
Another week, another loss. This O-line is still trash. We still don't have a third wide receiver. Need to fire Matt Rule and get him to take his wife's favorite player with him.
Oh, he did put
Who's his wife's favorite
$5
player?
on it. Bro,
Oh, he did?
C-Dog straight up said, I did give you $5, homie. What's up? You're right. Is the
C-Dog gets all his calls played.
The Chuba
always come after
Hubbard,
me, and he deserves it. I was
the Chuba Hubbard joint is ridiculous. At what point? So, like, look, I mean, I'm like to the point where I don't know if I should dislike this person or be kind of like hoping they're not as bad as I thought they were. You know, like it sucks to think someone is trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if like I would hate for someone to pull our podcast up and go, "Oh, Tony, you trash." And look, there's been a lot of people who have said that, and that's fine. It's not fine. It actually hurts my feelings every time someone says that. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm sure it hurts Chuba Hubbard's feelings for me to say that. But like, really, this man's hands are made of stone. And we thought it was catches. Now it's on kickoffs, and I know it's unfortunate. He's like, oh, why? People can be like, why don't you go out and do it? I don't do it. That's why I don't make no money, Mitch. That's why I'm in debt.
An NFL note: 18 teams started 0-2 since 2020. None of them have made the playoffs.
Oof. All right, next go.
All right, hey, this is Carolina Savage. So I got a question for y'all. Is it time already to fire Matt Rule? I mean, like, are we making bets here on? Because I've been hearing
Fire
stuff
Matt
in the background
Rule.
that we're gonna fire him on the third fucking game if we go 3-0. At this point, I don't think it's a bad idea because this is ridiculous. He's over here hyping the offense, hyping the defense. I wasn't like a Baker Mayfield like fan, but I know that he was better than Sam Darnold of all people. I still prefer him over Sam Darnold. But the fact that we're doing this bad against the New York Giants, like they won by like a field goal or something like that. But they should have come down to that. We should easily beat these guys if we put all the cards on the table. We look at the talent, but yet we still have a shitty fucking coach that's still thinking this is college football when we're not in college. We're in the NFL. There's production, there's facts, there's film, there's all of it. So far, I've seen all the film, all the facts. This coach needs to go. Anyways, hope y'all doing a good day. Keep pounding.
Okay, pounding real quick. But your illegitimate son, Tony, White Chocolate Espresso, says we traded guys who play 0% of snaps. Holy fucking shit, dude.
You know what is every week he works and hard like Jon Snow to come into the Stark family.
But he's not. He's a damn Snow. Tell him he's a Snow.
This is Snow.
You're not.
He might be my favorite child that I don't claim. Next call.
And another thing.
Up.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Can't
Sorry.
do no
Sorry.
other things,
No
bro.
more
Got
things.
to- because you got to disguise your voice, folks, if you're going to do that.
Maybe on
What's up,
Tuesday
Pete?
if we don't have a million.
Right. All right. We got to go. We still have like 17 to go, bro.
This is Jared
We got it.
Payne. A heartbroken Jared Payne. Tell you what, the vibes were high. Went over to watch the game with our boy Patrick, obviously the guy with the massive Panthers man cave. He lives right down the road from me, so had a bunch of good guys, and the Panthers on Tap guys are there, and Catman Jr. The vibes were high. The barbecue weenies were tender. The cheese dip was phenomenal. But the Carolina Panthers still did what the Carolina Panthers do.
Tell us.
Every time. From the second we get the ball kicked to us, it just, in my mind, I just knew. I'm sure I'm not alone. But I'll tell you what, guys, all we can do at this point is either two things. Okay? We either honestly continue to lose and kind of pull for losses if we all want Rule out that badly. In my opinion, I know we're cheering for him to win because we're diehard fans, but at the same time, we all want Rule gone, and Rule's not going anywhere with wins. So, I don't know. Just something to think about. But the optimism in me, the diehard fan in me, just says, hey, we've got a tough stretch coming up. Yeah, we lost to, what they were supposed to be easy games. But what happens if the team turns it around and then we're a major threat halfway through the season and we're looking at a wild card, right? Probably not going to happen, but, it could. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Love the show. Keep the content coming. I'm always like a quiet fan. I always listen to the pod.
Thank you.
On my walks
Thank you.
every morning. But first time really ever calling in. I just felt the need to
Great
on this
call.
drive home.
That's a good
Anyway,
one.
y'all
Appreciate
keep
it.
pounding.
This is my winner right now. Except for the barbecue
good
weenies
one.
part. I don't know what a barbecue weenie
What?
is. I'm sure it's just a Vienna sausage soaked in barbecue sauce. But
Probably.
anytime you use barbecue in North Carolina, at least in eastern North Carolina, it's just pork covered in vinegar, baby. That's all that's all barbecue can be east of I-95 here. But barbecued weenies.
I
That is
think
my
the word
favorite call
barbecue in
right
general
now.
is a very fluid comment anyway, right? Based on just kind of where you're from, like what a
That's
barbecue
right,
is.
but not
Some people
here
don't
in
consider a
Eastern
barbecue
North
a barbecue if it has burgers and hot
Not
dogs. That's a cookout. So
in Eastern North Carolina, we
Yeah.
don't fuck around, man.
Nah,
It's
give me
only
some
one
dip.
thing. It's a
Vinegar dip.
noun.
That's right.
Michael
It's
Davis
a
says
noun.
C3, they're lit. Smokies with some grape jelly and barbecue sauce
Yeah.
cooked in a crock pot.
My
Yeah.
wife does that with meatballs. So yeah.
They sound
Barbecue
good,
weenies.
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
they're
are
they're
good.
delicious. They are.
I
They're
did
very
the
good.
shit out of that.
I'm very protective. Nah, actually, that's gonna be my favorite call right now. He shouted out other Panther fans.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
great call.
That's my favorite call. Here, what was the
First
name
timer,
one more
too.
time? Hold on. This is gonna be my call.
Hey guys, last
Nope.
time I'm calling in.
Nope.
Nope.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Chuck. Sorry.
What's
Love
up,
you,
C3?
Chuck.
Love you, Chuck.
Hold on.
Jared
Who was
Payne.
this?
A heartbroken
I just
Jared
want
Payne.
Jared
A
Payne. Is
heartbroken
that what he said?
three. This is Jared Payne.
Yep.
Yep.
Jared Payne's my favorite call so far.
All right.
That's my vote. Remember that. Somebody write that.
I think that honestly, I like that one a lot as well.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
because
also
look,
biased.
he
Richie Toyota.
tailgated for this. He tailgated for this game. Got excited like all of us did.
Wow.
That's my
That's
Jared
amazing.
Payne's winner for me. Next call.
But y'all got to remember with rule situation is
Locks. Sorry.
total.
Is that
Hey, what's
Locks?
good, fellas? Corey calling in.
Corey, what's up, brother?
Just wanted to give my take on the shit show, but I really don't see Matt Rule making it past tomorrow afternoon, honestly, with a job.
Tomorrow afternoon. Ooh,
great.
bold.
Yeah,
Great
just we're getting so much national attention now. It's kind of like the laughing stock of the NFL. You know, everybody's talking about the stat where it's like 1 in 17 or whatever it is, 1 in whatever we are.
when we give up more than 17 points, which is, insane.
It's called
Everybody knows
losing,
we've lost
is what that
however
stat's
many
called.
games in a row, and just the way that we're losing these games, man. I can't see how Tepper can just keep this guy around for another week. Honestly, I think it's that bad. But I guess just to talk more about the game specifically. Frankie Louvu came to play. He balled out today. Shout out to him. I know he kind of came in with a lot of expectations from fans, probably a little bit too much. But, if he can keep up something close to this level of play, we really got something with him. Derek Brown was a little bit inconsistent today, but he made some plays. He was showing flashes of, what he could be, but he still got to, I think, do more. Ryan Burns is such an interesting player to me because he'll have the impact on a game you want. He'll have the stats, but he still has those plays. You're like, damn, he could have made that play. Or how did he not get him like that chase down with Daniel Jones? I'm like, how did he not catch him? But he's still, the plays he does make are huge. So I don't have too much to say about him. Really, just the offense, man. Like the offense looks like a shit show. Just in general, like the O-line doesn't really look any better. But I don't want to let's stop with the not like Baker is not good. Okay, like I understand O-line has not been good.
He was
and
not
play
good
calling
today.
has been whatever. But Baker is not good.
Agreed.
He hasn't been put in a great position, but he's also not that guy either. So we can just kind of let that shit get to sailing. And it's weird because we don't have the O-line to really protect for these deep drop back passes. But these quick little 2-step drops are not going to work with Baker. Like he's too short. You know what I'm saying? We're not running creative routes at all. He's going to get the ball batted down for a 1-2 quick outs. It doesn't work. We were having a lot more success when he was doing those long step dropbacks. I was noticing, but then at the same time, we don't have the offensive line to protect him. I might run out of time for this call. Hopefully I can get a part 2 in, but this Corey again.
No part 2s, but remember that. Next call.
There's me, C-Dog. Man.
There we go.
Except for C-Dog, because he paid. He paid for his part 2.
This shit is embarrassing, Like I said, man, we are on a roller coaster ride for this season. And I've been telling y'all, Baker Mayfield is a fucking bum. I don't never, ever want to hear another fucking thing about Baker Mayfield bum-ass draft bust. He's a fucking bum.
He's right.
Like, what the fuck?
Right now.
You can't come in here and say goddamn Matt Rule ass. Man, Matt Rule can't say Matt Rule. Yeah, shit like Cody said, got that breaking news and goddamn Phil Snow and goddamn Steve Wilkes got them arguing.
Yeah.
They let you know this shit is going downhill fast. Only 2 goddamn games, but it's only 2 games, man. Maybe we'd be lucky if we win 5 games this season.
That's the scary part. If we
Best
win 5
Temple
games.
could do, we just go ahead and fire goddamn Matt Rule and let Steve Wilkes run shit for the end of for the rest of the season. But the way we're going right now, this is a circus, man. We're the worst team in the league, And then we don't even have the personnel on defense, to even run the 4-3 defense. Like these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they doing, man. So I'm happy Steve Wilkes got them cuss Phil Snow dumbass out because Steve Wilkes knows fucking defense. How the fuck Phil Snow gonna know more about the NFL than goddamn Steve Wilkes? I'm talking about this dumbass shit. Where the fuck is Tepper at? Shit, man. This shit's fucking embarrassing, man. Fucking embarrassing.
I hope he's far away, Tepper.
You know what, though? I'm glad that this fucking ship is sinking the beginning of the goddamn season. And we didn't start off 3-0 like last year. Now, motherfucker see. And everybody talking about Matt Rule 30 years is magic season. All this bullshit. But, man, it's 30 years. He didn't do shit in college. Man, Baylor got better after Matt
that's
Rule.
the thing. Is y'all act like he was a fucking
come on,
savior
man.
in college. He ain't done shit.
It's fucking embarrassing, man. Fucking joke of the league. I can't wait to watch Undisputed tomorrow. And Shannon Sharp till goddamn Skip Bayless how sorry goddamn Baker Mayfield is again. That's the only thing goddamn exciting for tomorrow.
That's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's true.
But man, I don't know, man. But shout out to you guys. I always got them
Big
doing
supporter.
the live shows after the game. and doing the shows on free fall on Friday and the shows on Tuesday, man. You know, it's a great show as always. Anytime you come in here, make sure you got to hit the like button. Make sure you motherfucking subscribe. Shout out to goddamn G Baby, the motherfucking GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But this team fucking sucks.
These
I
mugs,
should have
they
sucked a
lock
long
arms.
fucking time ago. And
Where is
finally,
G
motherfuckers
Baby?
will fucking listen to me.
He was in the chat earlier.
Bullshit
I know.
circus we got going on right now.
All right, so look,
That's my call for the night.
We are.
I owe
Oh,
it
you
to him.
like see that? Well, he's got
I owe it
part
to him.
two.
He's been true to his word about Baker being bad, and I've been trying to go against it with Baker being good, and I've got to admit that he was right in this one, so he gets my call of the night.
Him
for that.
and Y Big Jordan have been on this hill. They've been dying on that hill. Look, is again, we thank everybody for their support and their calls. Right, smash the thumbs up button, be a part of the show. You can add to the conversation by calling in at 252-228-1598. We try to play all the calls we can. And just the overwhelming support this year has moved us to trying to move to one call. But if you do push the Cash App or the big donation, we'll play your second call.
YouTube chat, pat us
I
on the
mean,
back.
and it's not a beg for it. It's just this is like it's just a tip of the cap for that.
You don't
It's
have
like,
to pay anything to be
yeah.
a fan of the C3 Panther podcast and to be on the show on Fridays, to be in the cat calls. It's just for the sake of moving the show along. It's a necessary evil.
But C-Dog, who does, I will say this, C-Dog always does what I want everybody to do, which is push the show in an organic way. Smash the thumbs, subscribe, share, and he always pushes it. Like, I'm telling you, this dude is on point with that all the time. All the time is that like he's a real friend of the show. Here's his second call. He paid for it. He paid for this call. He paid $5 for this call.
This is me, C-Dog. This is my second call. My second rant, you know what I'm saying? But shout out real quick, man. Shout out to all the cast, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to goddamn G Baby, the motherfucking GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
They're like brothers from another mother.
Man, we're the worst team in the league right now. I want anybody to tell me.
I'm gonna tell you something funny after this.
Worse than us. I can't see it. But right now, I think we're the worst team in the league. You know, just looking around the league right now. And the Falcons almost beat the Rams, but Mariota threw an interception, like Cody said, at the end of the game. But, man, I think the Falcons probably going to sweep us this year. Man, we might get swept by every team in the division this year. That's very possible.
We were saying we were going to get we thought we were going to sweep the Falcons. We might get swept by the Falcons
real fast. And I don't know how many games we can wait to even fire Temper. I mean, he shouldn't even brought him back this season and everything. But
we can't fire Tepper,
man. This is a fucking circus, man. You know, at least we had Richardson, man. You know, we was gonna be decent. You know, at least be good. At least 500. But man, ever since Tepper done got here, this done went downhill. And everything. Yeah, the best thing we can hope for is goddamn Matt Corral come back and play some games this season, you know, and get some reps.
Nope, not happening.
I don't even know, man. Or Sam Darnold, shit. Yeah, everybody was talking about Baker Mayfield better than Sam Darnold. Shit, looks like Sam Darnold's better than Baker Mayfield right now.
Let's see, that's fucking.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold's not or Baker Mayfield's not the answer, but he's
I
way
want to
better.
say something. I want to say something.
Hold on. He's got a little bit more. He had to puff his cheese. He might have fell asleep a little bit on this.
Right. They're gonna be all right. They're gonna beat us.
He's like, I gotta hit this blunt.
But,
I would too.
Like I said, man, it's gonna be.
I know we all need that. We need to hit something harder than that.
Suck. And we're the worst team in the league. But when you come in here, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the fucking like button, man. You know, you boys be putting in work. It could be with their families doing other stuff, having family time right now.
Listen.
Come in here, like and subscribe.
See
And everybody have a great day, man.
Appreciate
I
you,
really
C.
don't have no energy for this shit, man.
Look, he
It's
understands,
just taking all
bro.
my energy just watching this shit, man. It's fucking depressing,
C-Dog understands, dude. Like, it's a real thing. Like, I know everybody can do, like, what I always tell my students this is the difference between someone who's written a book and who has an idea for a book is someone did it.
Yep.
Is that like, and he's right, is look, and we're not begging for your love and then like compassion or this and that, is like, but this is that we are up here doing this, so that's the easiest thing you can do. Smash the thumbs up button. You had something to say, Cody, about that call.
You know what's funny about C-Dog and G-Baby
They
being in
love
a
each
bromance? Is that they really don't agree with each other on shit. Like, if you yeah, they love each other, but when it comes to their takes on the Panthers, C-Dog and G-Baby are pretty split.
They just
on most
like
of the things that
just
they say.
appreciate passionate people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
1000%. That's why I appreciate them straight up.
And
Then number two, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, and I'm gonna let y'all fight it out. Sam Darnold started 0-3.
3-0.
3-0.
Oh, yeah, pardon me, 3-0. Sam Darnold started 3-0,
Yeah.
and Baker Mayfield hadn't won a game yet. So is there nothing to be said about that?
No, there's nothing to be said about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those-
I'm actually
All
with
right.
CK on this.
All right.
I'm with CK on this.
Yeah.
First of all, he's hurt too.
Well, I mean, even in those games, I think that when you look at those games, there was a few things that Sam Darnold did well. He didn't win the game himself. It was a couple of draws. I mean, he was getting some scores, on his leg, but with his feet. But I just don't think that those, when you look at the complete failure as a team that we've had, they didn't have that when Sam Darnold was going on his run. Like, everybody almost seemed like they were clicking in those games. The ones that we've had to start out these two games have been abysmal on pretty much every level you could ask for.
YB Jordan says Sam played the number 2 pick week 1. Baker Mayfield played a bunch of backups and lost.
But the number 2 pick that
Say it
is
again.
still really
Say that
bad.
again.
Sam Darnold had to play against the number 2 pick week 1, and Baker played a backup and lost.
The number 2 pick. Who's he referring to? Week 1.
He's talking about Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson?
On
Can-
the
can-
really
can-
bad
can-
Jets team. It's
can-
horrible. It's a horrible take.
Can I ask a question about this real quick?
Horrible. It's just like it's so like a corollary.
Is this true? He says Baker has not had a better game than Sam's best game last year.
I'll have to go back and look at that.
What was Sam? Yeah, I know you have a point you want to make. After you make it, we're going to need to look that up. What Sam's best game as a Panther was.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely look that up. But can I just ask? Can we please stop? I can't stand it whenever people say, like, Brady versus Manning. It's not Brady versus Manning. You only say that because they're the figureheads of the team. And I'm only using them as quarterbacks, big quarterback names everybody knows. I can't stand when somebody says quarterback versus quarterback. Like, Sam Darnold got beat by the backup quarterback for the Browns. No, he didn't. He got beat by the Browns defense. The quarterbacks don't play each other. At no point in time does anything one quarterback on the field does affect anything else the other quarterback does, except maybe the pace of the game. Beyond that, they don't affect each other one bit. So Baker Mayfield didn't get beat by a backup quarterback. He got beat by a Browns defense. That's a fantastic defense. And I can't stand when people say this.
I think that, like, it's kind of like one of those things that the truth is in the middle, maybe. There's two stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately is that Sam Darnold stunk. He stunk for the Jets. He stunk for the Panthers. But it turns out that the Panthers and the Jets also stunk. Right. So, like, I mean, and you look at him, you see him, and we're like, is that like, and Baker has stunk for the Carolina Panthers, but he's stunk a little less at times, maybe in the fourth quarter, put us in some positions to win. I just don't know. Is like this? Actually, I'll come back to this. And somebody said this earlier, is like, what is Like, what's this season going to be? Should we give up hope? You know, the scariest thing for me is I won't say the scariest thing. That's wrong. I always overly quantify shit. But like, if this really is as bad as it looks, and we think, right, we have this kind of information that we think that the shit is burning in the background. We think that it's just bad. Winning 4 or 5 games may be the worst thing that happens.
Potentially.
You know? So, like, I mean, you can say, like, that's like somebody said, should we put in PJ? Should we put in Sam? I'm like, at this point, I want to just sit all of them and put myself in. Like, why don't we put Tony Dunn in and let's literally go 0-16, bitch, or 0-17. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is winning 1 or 2 more games? Someone said, can we go on a run? What is a run for the Carolina Panthers? Is a run 5 games?
Well, how about this? Right now, what's your gut instinct tell you against the Saints at home?
Loss. You know what? I said this last week. Actually, I said this on Pirate Radio this week. I said I picked the Panthers because it was a must-win situation. Like, if we do not win this, the season's over. It's like critical to Matt Rule. It's critical to all these players. It's critical to Baker Mayfield. It's everybody. Like, there's so much riding on this for so many players. Look, I mean, if Baker Mayfield goes and muscles this out and makes this a game, and Matt Rule does this, like, we're sitting here going, oh, maybe they got something. Maybe they got some backbone. Like, no, they lost a must win. I will not pick the Panthers again until they win.
Right.
I will not pick, like, it's a lot. Like, when we get on the Tuesday show and you ask us for against us, I'm L. I'm picking an L for the Panthers until they get a W. They got to prove a W to me. I'm picking L's.
Yeah, I mean, that's how, dude, you're just now getting where I was, dude. As soon as I saw the first game, it confirmed everything I thought about the coaching staff. Baker Mayfield, again, maybe he proves me wrong. He is who I thought he was. He's a middle-of-the-road quarterback. I'm not even trashing dude. Like, I'm saying he's not my quarterback. He's not going to be the one to take us to a promised land. So, dude, I'm going to be real with you. It's like, I kind of expected this. Waiting for the next shoe to drop. And when are we going to know who the next head coach of the Carolina Panthers is?
All right.
That's where
go
I'm
ahead,
at,
Greg.
man.
Y'all want these stats? We were asking about Darnold he had 2 games, just going through 2 games, first 2 games last year. One game was 270 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns. Next one was 294 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns. Mayfield is Mayfield is 145 and 1 passing touchdown and 235 a pass and a rush. So Sam Darnold has played way better in the first 2 games. However,
my boy Kev,
look at the usage of Christian McCaffrey that Sam Darnold had. Look at the usage of Christian McCaffrey Sam Darnold had as opposed to Baker Mayfield. That is one advantage, but you're right. It's the stats are way out there.
No, they're like Christian McCaffrey was wow.
Yeah.
But Baker has
Sam Darnold. Actually, no. You know what? Let's start Baker. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's tank for. It's time to burn the buns.
Yeah.
Y'all owe White Jordan an apology. Y'all, everybody in the chat,
he is better.
So White Jordan. White Jordan told y'all that Baker has not surpassed the performances that Sam has put up. And he was right, y'all.
Oh, my goodness. And you would say this. It's like, wait, they played terrible teams this year, last year. Wait, no, they played terrible fucking teams this year, too.
Since we're on topic, remember when everyone on Twitter and even everyone on this podcast was giving me shit once upon a time for saying that basically Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold are basically 2 bunk quarterbacks that have been on bad football. Dude, they can't do it, man. They're the same. They're the same dude.
Stop pulling your receipts up. Next call.
Running off 10 wins. 10 straight, right? Cute. Y'all forgot who you're dealing with. This is Matt Rule.
This is my favorite call right here.
Same
Right
dude
away.
that left Temple early to go to Baylor, only to get him a 1-win season. Rivera did it. Yeah, you can say that. But Rivera also was a dog in college and played in the Super Bowl. I keep telling these people, look at the fact that the 56 head coaches that have won the Super Bowl, and even just been, they were dogs as college as players themselves. Matt Rule is said to be a good team guy. You can't find any college stats or highlights about Matt Rule. If you research all of the head coaches that have won the Super Bowl, you'll find that they got stats.
Oh, no. Those
They
who
made some
cannot
plays
do teach, bro.
in college. So, right off the bat, you know we're going to get nowhere with this dude. And every year somebody else wins the Super Bowl, puts them further back. So, yeah, I agree. Let's do it now. Like Nas said, do it now. Do it now. And that's how David Tepper should go about saving face. Sometimes you just got to say, look, I messed up. I made the bad decision. But let me make the right decision. And go ahead and get this dude up out of here. And maybe we salvage some of the season. Maybe get some wins. Maybe even be able to sign some good players in the offseason that actually want to come play and ball.
Nobody going to come here, bro.
Maybe
Everyone wants to leave.
hire Brian Flores in the offseason. Somebody we know that deserves
What about Bieniemy?
that head coaching spot. Maybe hire Eric Bieniemy in the offseason. Fuck the interviewing process. Fuck it. You interviewed him twice already. It must have been something for you to go back to him and interview him again and before you made the mistake that you made. And I don't care what nobody says about call playing. Andy came out and said the man calls plays. But you know who else who definitely hadn't called plays in the NFL in 2019? Matt fucking Rule. So that conversation is mute. I'm not even going to have it with you. So yeah,
this is my favorite call right now. So we got Jared
Payne.
Payne and nameless caller 5108 is the last 4 digits. You can email me at carolinacatchronicles.com. I'll vet it. You have to call me. We'll do some things. One of the things that sticks out to me about a question with this is people love Eric Bieniemy is a hot name. Like I said that, right? That's the name I went, and then he went to it.
Still the name I want.
Do you have to abide by the Rooney Rule if you just hire a black coach? Like, can we just do that?
Well, I think it checks both, right?
I said that is abiding by the
Rooney Rule.
right?
Is like we don't have to go through, like he said, let's just skip the
process. The interview process. Yeah.
Right. It's like you don't even have to, like, hey, we were hiring Eric Bieniemy. He's black. He's a minority. Like, just like, well, let's fucking roll.
Yeah, dude. Either
Eric, bitch.
Either Eric Bieniemy or Brian Flores, dude. I'm fucking all the way down. I would love that.
Another thing is, what about this little weed head McDaniels or whatever?
I love him.
I'm irritated.
Dude.
I'm all on the Miami train. I want to go take bong hits.
Do you love the coach as much as I do? I love that dude. I think he's fucking awesome.
Well, fucking incredible. And I'm Waddle. I'm all on the Dolphins for my fantasy shit. I'm all about this. This is my AFC team, bro.
I got Tyreek.
I am all on the Waddle train, bro. Waddle equal to Jamar Chase. Put it down, bro.
He's good.
Put it
I don't know if they're the same player. It probably means as much to that offense. I'll say that for sure.
Waddle is a fucking monster, bro.
He's going off. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Next call.
Paisans. Muscles marinara here.
Muscles marinara. Paisan.
Tequila. But Jesus Christ, what the fuck? This team just
stinks. I love muscles marinara.
It's It's more disappointing than my fucking kids. And I don't even have any kids.
Favorite call.
Wow.
Favorite call.
That's the sad
He
part.
said, and I don't even have one.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Hold on. We gotta listen.
You gotta rewind it.
I'm a little drunk. A
So a little drunk. There you go.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? This team just... it's more disappointing than my fucking kids. And I don't even have any kids.
Call it night. This is a call. This is my call.
Jesus Christ. They do something and then they fuck it up. They do something and then they fuck it up. What the fuck? Why they keep fucking it up? I don't get it. This college coaching staff's gotta go.
Winner.
Fuck.
Winner, bro.
I thought I was done punching myself in the yam bags with Sam Darnold, but nope, here I am, punching myself in the yam bags again. And by the way, shave your yam bags, shave your shaft. The
Holy
sponsor there, the what's it called? You know,
Manscaped. Promo code Panthers, I think is
the
what
yam
he's
bag
getting at.
fucking, you know what I mean? Fuck. God, I don't even fucking know. Jesus Christ.
Winner. Muscle Marinara is my winner right now. It said Jared Payne 5108 and Muscles Marinara.
Dude,
Y'all
this
in
is-
chat.
Appreciate it, dude. Hey, I don't even know how we picked. Like, we have had some really, really, really good calls tonight.
I
man.
know,
Shout out
I
to
know.
everyone. Everyone's bringing their best, man. That was awesome. Greg, what were you
He said he
freaking out
was
about? What happened?
disappointed in his kids. He don't even have it. He's disappointed in his future kids.
That was
I
funny.
was watching this Las Vegas and the Arizona game.
Oh,
and
did
Kyler
Arizona just
Murray,
tied up?
Yeah, Kyler Murray scored the game-tying touchdown and threw the
Please
two-point
say it's to
conversion with no
Hollywood.
time left on the clock and tied it up. So it's going to
Was it
overtime.
Hollywood?
It was 8. No, it was number 18. I think it was AJ Green. Was it AJ Green 18? I'm not sure.
Old ass AJ Green. All right,
Dude,
next
that's
call.
good news for
Hey,
me.
it's Joe from Oklahoma. I just wanted to talk about the game.
That's it.
What's
Thank
up,
you,
Joe? He probably thought he wanted. He probably thought it was a call in.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. I
Well,
thought he was
you know
just
what?
being
We wanted to talk about it too. We would hope our show went like that. Nice call.
What's going on? It's Vince from Chicago. I
Vince!
never thought we'd have flipped the script up here and Chicago would have a more exciting team than Carolina because things were pretty bad up here not too long ago. In all seriousness, for all four guys, I have a serious question and a closing thought for a positivity spin.
Oh gosh, wrong podcast.
My question is, what is the way forward when you're in a situation like this? Like, it's easy to fire this guy, that guy, but like that hasn't worked. We fired people and haven't really gotten anywhere. So like,
No
you know,
catch.
what do we do? And then, yeah, and then just, you know, I always feel bad for players who get caught in this kind of stuff. But you guys are doing great. I love everything you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Keep doing everything.
We
Keep
will.
pounding.
Thank you.
By the way, that guy that you heard, that's like my oldest friend in life. I've known him since I was in the 4th grade. So shout out my
Nice.
brother Vince. Love you, man.
Nice. I think he brought back something that we were kind of talking about is when I was talking about Brian Burns and I was getting angry, and you guys do not put him even in the same conversation as JP ever again. But like as we're talking about these players that languish on bad teams who could be great players in better situations, that's kind of the thing. Like he said, I feel sorry for these guys who are great talents and they've made the top. Think about this. You made the NFL. Like you made the top of the top of the top. You are the 1% of the 1%. And then you got to the NFL and you're on the Browns. You're on, and oh wait, what does Cody Lashley say? Who are the new Browns?
The Panthers.
The Carolina
That's us.
Panthers.
That's us, baby.
That's
We're
the
the
scary
bottom
part.
feeders.
So it's
Bottom
very
feeders.
sad. It's so sad. It's so sad when you do hear that and that. But What is the pathway forward, Cody? At what point? How about this? Is that you have not said the T word yet?
The T? Oh, well.
At what point is it though? Not like I mean, realistically, are we at week 6? If we're 1-5 in week 6,
but they're gonna fuck that up too.
No. When do you think it would be appropriate?
I know, but like,
no. When do you think it's like? What's the number? Like, because I really think this is we have to go 3-2 for me to care. Like about this season. Like I really think that this is going to be impossible. It's a Herculean task for us to salvage this season. We really are going to have. I mean, what if we? I mean, yes, have people started 0-4 and gone whatever. Do you think the Panthers are going to do that? I think this is like if we're at week 6.
That was the Chiefs, like in 2013 or some shit. The last time a team went 0-4 and made it to the playoffs. It almost never happens.
What is the record at week 6 that makes this season meaningful?
3-3 with promising stuff.
Ooh,
I see
that's
in the
even
fields.
better. I thought it would be 2-4.
3-3 is the only, in my opinion, that is 3. I agree with Greg. 3-3 is the only thing that makes sense at that point.
And we have to look at least somewhat competitive. It can't be just like a lucky wins, stuff like that. It has to be like we won the game because
convincing,
we played football. Yeah.
So Ryan Ingram has been posting this wave throughout the night. I kind of think maybe that's his way of saying it's a wash, and I do indeed think it is. How about this? I'll give it to you straight up. If the Panthers cannot beat the Saints at home,
it's over.
Fucking wrap it up. Can wrap this shit up. Let's do some other shit. Let's start breaking down quarterbacks in the college class. Because this ain't it, man. This ain't it. And a lot of people have been mad at me and other fans for being out on this team too quick. And, we're too quick to give up. And, it's week 2. You're being too defeatist. No. We are looking at everything in front of our face and saying there is no reason to be hopeful about this coaching staff. And I mean,
what is the best possible outcome for those glass half full people at this point? Like when someone said, if we make a run, what is a real run? Is like, of course we need 10 to make us feel awesome. But like, if you run off 5 wins this season, I'm going to be impressed at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like if the Panthers win 5, just 5 period. Like I don't even think this is a 5-win team at this point.
Oh, you're saying for the team we have, it's impressive.
Like I just don't like. It's like and I don't want that to happen. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying this is like when someone says, "Oh, we could make a," like think of the half full mentality, like the best case scenario. Let's get rid of the idea that you could run off 10. That's not happening. Come on. It's not happening. It's just not 10 wins. But like think at the end, what's the best case scenario for our record at the end of the season at this point? We went through this and we all went around the horn on this show several times before and after Baker. And we are Panther fans. We are the people that like, we can win this. We can win this. We all went 10-7, and Greg with this stupid ass.
Yeah, I was 13 and 4.
Like, think about this. If that, like, it's a Herculean task for us to win 7 games for me. Like, if we won 7 games right now this season, it would be like winning the Super Bowl.
Dude, you better be Thor, the god of thunder.
Right. Really, when you say reel it off, what is it at the end of the season? It could be, it's still like the best case scenario at this point, I think, is 5-12.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask Cody something real quick. Cody, you were talking about a minute ago about like, if we lose to the Saints, that, start looking at quarterbacks for next year and this and that. Do we really think that a quarterback is going to fix this team, though? Do we want to draft a number 1 quarterback and put it through the same thing we did with Cam Newton? Or do we want to have Matt Corral and build around him? Because
I'm so
I
happy you
don't know if a
asked.
quarterback fixes what we have. To be honest,
No, I'm happy you asked. You know, I was excited about Matt Corral. I think he got done a raw deal in preseason and during training camp. I think he got the rawest deals of all the rookie quarterbacks, to be frank. I mean, listen, I haven't done my evaluation, so I can't say like for sure I would pass on CJ Stroud or Will Levis or whoever it is, right? But I'll say this. I think Matt Corral has a tremendous upside. I think that upside is much higher than Baker Mayfield's upside. And I would like to see what we have in the young man before we cast him away. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind taking a pass rusher #1 in the first round, because I'm telling you, Hassan Reddick leaving this team was one of the worst things that could happen to this D-line.
Yeah, but he couldn't stop the run either.
It doesn't matter. We don't have no pass rush outside of Burns.
Next
We
call.
cannot generate a pass rush with 4 men.
Hey guys, Kyle from VA.
Did we hear Kyle? We didn't hear Kyle from VA, right?
No.
Right, there we go.
No. If he did, he got one in.
Hey guys, Kyle from VA. I don't even know if my call is gonna get played. I just got off work, but man, I just gotta say, like, well, we suck, man. I don't know why I allow myself to do this every year. It's like, oh well, preseason training camp's coming up. We got this, we got that. This guy could be this, this guy could be that. And then you just get your hopes up, and you're like, well, we might be able to surprise some people. Yeah. And then, the Panthers come out and shit the bed every year. Hopes up. 2 weeks in, I'm fucking over football already, man. This shit sucks, dude. We have sucked. Man, we have sucked for so long now. Like, Matt Rule, and I read that thread that Cody had, and if that's true, we have a lot more problems than just being like we have a shitty team. Right. I don't even think it's a team. Like, our coaches are terrible. They fuck. I don't get it. Our football team seems like a reality TV show. Mm-hmm. There's so much drama in it. Like what are we doing? What are we doing right now? We are a fucking joke in the NFL. Like, this team, man, God. I don't know why I allow my hopes to get up every year. I say I'm not. It comes around, your hopes are up, and you're like, well, here we are 2 weeks into the season. We look like shit, playing like shit, coaches fighting, players not talking to coaches. What are we doing? Fire both of them dumb son bitches. And David Tepper can go suck on his brass balls and sell the team to somebody else. Dude does not know what he's doing. He can have his little stupid fucking soccer team, whatever he wants, but when it comes to football, homeboy he's not cutting it. Like, you're letting shit go on way too long. Way too fucking long, dude. Cut fucking ties now. Blow the shit up. I don't want to do this whole season. Fire them. Have a rebuilding season again next year so we suck again next year. Like, man. All right. Man, this is crazy. Anyways, keep pounding.
I'm cutting that audio of him telling Tepper to go suck on his brass balls. I'm marking the time.
Yeah,
that's gonna be an audio clip for me right there.
To.
I can send you.
Greg, is that your favorite?
I can send it so you don't have to even.
There you go. That works even better. All right.
Call it. Remember this. Remember 70-30 form. All right now. 70-30. All right. Next call.
What's up, guys? When we need the defense to step up, they shit the bed. Both offensive tackles have just been hit. It's just absolutely terrible. Both of them. Moten is looking.
Moten has not awful. Played well or great.
No, we haven't looking good at all either. When the offense finally gets something going, Panthers get some momentum going, get some points on the board, and get some momentum going. The defense come up and make a stop. Nah, they shit the bed. I say, you know what? I don't want to play this series. Shit the bed. Wide open receivers, can't stop the run. After stopping the run all day, they just completely shit the bed.
Well, oh man, your thoughts on Moten? Look, I saw. Here's the thing: is I know it's easy to single out Icky. He had a penalty today, but to be honest, I mean, and maybe he wasn't going against the grade A pass rusher, but I saw Moten get beat just as much as Icky, and I still don't think that this offensive line is the worst that I've seen. And I'm not saying that means it's good, but the Panthers' offensive line has been far more, and arguably last year, for the people that are saying Sam Darnold could do a better job, and he's younger and better and more like, and then you guys gave the 2 game stats for this. He also was behind a far more atrocious line than this one was. So, let's go to the next call.
This is Dave from Florida. I've been a Panthers fan since probably about 2001. And was a little kid, watched them, disappoint me twice. But I haven't felt like this. I mean, over the past couple of years I have, but for some reason it just keeps getting worse and keeps getting worse. I feel like this is almost karma for how we treated some players like Cam and Luke. And man, it's just hard to see hope on the horizon, especially with an owner like Tepper. But we'll keep hanging in there, and we'll still be fans. So keep pounding. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you for the call. Let's keep going.
I have a
Hey,
request.
Michael Davis here.
I want to say one real quick request. We have 242 people watching, 201 thumbs up. Dude, get this to 242 likes, man. We only need what? We only need 41 more. You can do
Think
that
about
right.
this.
Not like
3.5 hours, bro. 3.5 hours. What did Greg say last week? That the post-game show went longer than the game.
Well, looks like we're making that happen again tonight.
This one will be too.
Yeah,
you know what? How about this? At the very minimum, the post-game show is better than the game.
100%. I'm having way more fun with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I mean, I feel better after these, by the way.
Hey, it's Michael Davis here. Just want to say, yeah, we can go back to 2001, 2010 to reference what we're seeing now. But what I do remember is by 2003, we were playing for a Super Bowl with the underdog team. After 2010, by 2015, we were playing for a Super Bowl.
True.
Had top tier.
Don't worry.
I don't have a choice as a Carolina Panthers fan. I got to hope for the best.
Oh, man.
I believe that one day we will be the best. I may not be David Tepper, but David Tepper certainly is not me either. He may not believe, but I don't have a choice to believe.
I don't know where that call went. First of all, thank you for the call. But we're just believing and believing at this point. He said, I don't know if I should believe, if Tepper should believe, if I should believe. How about this? David Tepper, you got an open invitation to come on the C3 Panthers podcast. David Tepper,
why we should be positive.
Yeah. No, come on here. Yeah. You two, tell us why we should keep doing the podcast. I mean, we're going to keep doing the podcast, you guys. See, that's the problem with y'all rich ass bitches. You already know we're going to keep doing it. But, here, come on and tell us why we're basement.
Yeah, come down to the basement with us.
Or tell us why we're not basement. I mean, just come up here and say it. Say what the fuck we've gotten wrong. Or don't even just come up here. Maybe mea culpa. You know what? I feel like this is maybe you don't. It's not an apology I need. I don't need you to tell us we're right. How about this? Is that sometimes it's just like if you've been a dick to your wife, maybe you should just give her a hug. You don't have to tell her you're sorry. You don't have to do this. Maybe David Tepper, come up here and somehow, and I don't really mean, I know you're not going to come on this podcast because you are sucking your brass balls. But, I mean, literally, why are we out of line? What is out of line?
Right.
Why? Like if I feel like a battered woman in an abusive relationship, and the husband's telling me that I'm the problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude.
what is that? We are like, has David Tepper and the Carolina Panthers, what do they call it? Slut shaming, or what do you do? Like a victim
blaming.
Yeah.
Victim We've been
blaming.
victim blamed. We're victim blamed right now on this podcast. Come on. I mean, David Tepper, look, we're not going to be mean to you. We won't talk shit. I mean, like, we won't overly talk shit to you. You know what I'm saying? Promise you. Like, it will be cordial. Come up here. You send an emissary. Send Bill Voth. Send somebody to tell us something to be positive about.
Dude, I'm gonna drive my fucking crippled ass down to the stadium and be like, "Yo, where's Tepper at?"
Drive. I love this. Get him.
I'm gonna drive my crippled ass to the fucking stadium. I pulled up. C3 needs an interview. What's up?
Yeah.
And we're gonna get one. And we're gonna get one.
I mean, like, give us the credentials. At this point, it's the people want to know. The people want to know why we should pay. And you know what makes me so mad is that it's cheaper to buy fucking tickets to a Saints game than it is a Panthers game.
It's an ownership issue, bro.
I'll pull up on your ass.
It's a what?
It's an ownership issue.
I know, but like, I mean, think about this. Is that, I mean, maybe an ownership. That's why we need him up here. Why is it more expensive to go to a Carolina Panthers game than it is a New Orleans Saints game? And they have been better than us for the last 5 years. And they have a more beautiful town. Like, fuck that. Like, I would rather go to a Panthers New Orleans game in New Orleans than I would go to Charlotte right now.
It'd probably be more
fucked
fun.
up.
It'd probably be a better trip. Hey, by the way, you already know this dude. We already love this dude.
He's our patron.
Dude, he's the patron saint of the C3 podcast. Roosevelt Mongo.
And I'm
dude,
Catholic, so
you're the man with the $10 love bomb. And by the way, always
Multiple
in increments of 10, dude.
Yeah, multiple.
Yeah, dude. Roosevelt is the man. He said Tepper wants to pretend like he's the Rooney's in Pittsburgh, not getting rid of Rule. The NFL owners made a huge mistake approving the sale of the team to him.
No, they didn't make a mistake in their mind.
Yeah. I wonder if Richardson has any looks back on his sale to David Tepper and is like, man, I should have sold to someone else.
Or he should have just fucking kept nutting on them girls' legs. He's like, oh, wait, that's all Deshaun Watson got?
Oh, Tony, you're the king of cringe, dude. Oh, hell, Tony Dunn, king of all things cringe.
Fine, but like, he sold his team because he strapped a girl's seatbelt in. And he offered to shave a girl's leg. Deshaun Watson got a raise.
Who does that?
Deshaun Watson got a raise, bro.
Yeah, but one guy made like $6 billion and one guy made like $250 million. Right?
And have you guys ever seen the show Billions? On Showtime?
I think so.
Cool.
I have not seen
Very
it.
cool. It's a good show. I've watched the first couple. I didn't finish it all the way through, but he tries to buy. He is a hedge fund guy. The guy, and he was the guy from Homeland. Is like the trader in Homeland. I don't know if you guys ever saw Homeland.
I've seen like a little bit of it.
It's great. It's a great show back in the day. Also during terrorist times, like we're all worried.
They filmed that show here in Charlotte. I've driven by
Homeland.
I've driven by them while they were filming that show here.
Yeah. So the thing is that he's a billionaire hedge fund manager, and he's like a cutthroat ass, like whatever it takes. Mm-hmm. And he tries to buy an NFL team in the show, and they basically cut him out, and they say you can't buy it because they're too upset about like his PR from like some bad deal. Like, I mean, because he's got some shady billionaire shit going on. And it almost feels like it's like, is this David Tepper?
Right.
Is it David Tepper? So next call.
My thing with the Panthers is I think
Did we
the
hear this one?
offense just isn't really getting
so.
up tempo, and Ben McAdoo's offense is just starting out way too slow. The defense is all right, keeping us in games. We've lost to the New York Giants, and of course we've lost to the Browns and stuff. But I really just think that it might just take time for this offense to turn around. I'm coming with an optimistic approach, even though I think Matt Rule is trash. So, anyways, those are my thoughts. Look forward to listening to the podcast tonight as I'm on my way back from work.
All right, man. Let's go to the next call.
Hey guys, it's Big Mike. Hey, sorry for the loss. I just got home a little bit ago
Oh, this is the
and
Browns
watched the highlight reel from the YouTube channel. What is going on? Can't anybody hold on to the ball down there? I mean, Baker Mayfield last week and early on in the game, you guys are just like, here, Giants, why don't you score on this fumble or just drop the kick or, I mean, come on, what is going on? If I was the coach, I would make everybody take home a football and they would have to hold on to that football. Not
Mike, we love you. But enough of the Baker apologies. He was under 50% passing. He was under 50%.
I don't think he was defending Baker so much. I think he was just talking about the fumbles that we had, that the other guys had. I don't think
he also called in earlier, so I gave him 30 seconds. He did call in the first time. Next call.
I was watching a game today, and I went to a game on Friday night, and our defense and our offense looks the exact same.
What, like a high school team?
2A high school football team. We look like trash. And something needs to happen. So whatever.
My favorite call tonight.
Y'all just.
What's your name? 6732. My second runner up. So who are our favorite calls so far? We had Muscles Marinara is the winner for me. And then I got some numbers: 70-31, 46, 70, 32. But wait, Jared Payne is another. So how about this? Muscle Marinara, you get the shirt. Jared Payne, you get a Cam
decal?
Wow. Send me your addresses. Oh yeah, and we'll give somebody a decal.
Yeah,
let's give a decal away. So you guys email your address and or text me. Actually, email me at carolinacatchronicles.com. I'll give you my phone number, and then you can text me. And if your number matches up, we got 70-31, right? We've got 67-32. Jared Payne, email me, carolinacatchronicles.com, or hit me up on Twitter at cat_chronicles. Muscles Marinara, email me, carolinacatchronicles.com, or hit me up on Twitter. You know, the
Discord. Chronicles funny too?
I hope not.
I thought you said you spelled it differently than
no. It better be spelled right.
Okay.
If not, I've been living a lie for the last.
I thought it was, but I thought you said you like specifically spelled it a different way for this.
No,
but maybe I
didn't do it on purpose. If
yeah.
if it's wrong, I'm so mad at myself. I'm gonna end this channel. Next call.
Hey,
Last call.
Hey. You know who the fuck it is. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka!
Thank you, G baby.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to my nigga C-Dog, man. I see the shout outs. What's good, motherfucker? Let's get talking about this motherfucking game, man. I'm not going to give you, I told you so, I told you this, I told you that, man. I already knew what it was. I said we was a 2-win motherfucking team, man. And I got laughed at, I got clowned at.
You're right.
Everyone
You
was
might be wrong. Might be a 0-win team.
How do I look now, bro? I never in a million years thought I would have to say this, but we got to trade Christian McCaffrey. I refuse to let him die with this fucking shit.
I'm not in disagreement here.
We have shit on this motherfucker. What the fuck are we doing? What is this? The fuck is going on? And I try to tell you motherfuckers, man. We got to start trading away assets because it's going to be a long season, man. Like I said, it's a 2-win team, if that. If we can even get 2 wins. Let me remind y'all, we only have 4 draft picks this coming year. 4!
A lot of cap space, though. Yeah.
4 draft picks. And look at what's going on. We need to start trading away our fucking assets and getting some fucking shit back, bro. We have to. We have to salvage something. Trade Christian McCaffrey. J.C. Horn, you gotta go. The fuck did I tell you guys about J.C. Horn, bro? Y'all want to make this nigga out to be some god? Some godly, fucking...
I've been with
you
you
going on?
this.
What is this? The fuck are we talking about? Jack Thompson, you wasn't shit. You ain't jack shit. You ain't ever gonna be shit. You was only shit because you had Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis next to you, bitch. Fuck you, nigga.
Yo, gee,
Fuck this coaching staff. Fuck Rat Rule. Fuck David Tepper. Scott Bitter, you gotta go. Everyone's got to get the fuck out of Carolina, bro.
He's always.
And we got to rebuild the right way, bro. Start trading away our fucking players for assets, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's gonna be a long, dark season, man. You know who the fuck this is, man? I was told we only got 1 call, so I'm gonna keep this nice and sweet, bro. Tony, I ain't gonna get on your ass today, bro. Hey, Cody, like, give him hell, bro. Greg, get off my motherfucking CJ Henderson, bro. We gonna have motherfucking problems, bro. CK, man. You gotta get down on the 6, man. I've been murking some motherfuckers in the war zone, man. I be like that. I am not going.
I said, come at me.
Man, you know who it is. Bro. The G-Baby, and I'm out.
G-Baby, we got to hit the war zone map, bro. Come on over. Come on. Hit me up on Instagram tonight with your Activision ID. We'll get some games in.
Hold on. I got to find his number 2442.
Which, by the way, G-Baby is not wrong on the trading away. Like Christian McCaffrey.
Well, yeah, if we are this bad at this point, like, I mean, look.
I want to see him succeed, too.
Yeah. I want to see him succeed. It's going to be painful, to have him go somewhere else and be that, be successful. Similar to how it could have been if Cam was able to go somewhere else and pull it together. It would be painful, but I mean, at the same time, it'd be like, better than wasting your career for a coaching staff that doesn't know it's, ass from the ground. The one thing I will have a little bit of debate on is we were trashing CJ Henderson last week for his egregious pass interference, which was way worse than JC Horn's pass interference, and that was really the only big play that JC Horn had against his name. So I don't know. Did you guys see anything different? I don't think I saw JC Horn.
Yeah, here's the thing about JC Horn is that it's not that he had a play against him that was egregious. Is that he had a couple of plays where he's making the and it just was like. I wasn't sitting there going, "Oh, JC Horn locking these bitches down."
Right.
That I just haven't been to that point yet. Now I haven't watched it, only looking for him, watching his technique. I'm watching it, and there's 20 TVs around. I go to the sports bar because I had a bunch of fantasy players in. It's distracting. It's very hard to watch and focus only on this. But at the same time, like. He's not been Hall of Fame player. And I will say this about G-Baby is I understand some people get mad because they say G-Baby needs a Xanax, stuff like this. But G-Baby always brings like some crazy and some real truth. And they kind of meet in the middle. They always meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like at the same time, like he might be bringing these wild, in your opinion, like, oh, because he's passionate and this and that. But there's always real truth in his calls.
Yeah. By the way, if you look at his takes the past 2 years, dude, homie's batting 1,000, man. Homie's batting 1,000. I obviously hope he's wrong about JC Horn. I still think he's wrong. Yeah. I also doesn't see what he sees in CJ Henderson over J.C. Horn. I still think they could
True
both
that.
be good. I mean, I still think they could both be good. But either way, yeah. I mean, people don't like. They say the same thing about C Dog and G Baby. That's why those two are like.
That's why they
kindred
lock
spirits.
arms.
Yeah, dude. They're like the Wonder
It's
Twins,
awesome.
bro. No,
It's
they're
awesome.
man.
And you know what I miss is we had this a couple of times, is we still get a little bit of it, but I love when a couple of callers impersonate other callers or talk to other callers in the cat calls. Like, that's a good way in my book to rise the ranks of best calls. Anyway, the Carolina Panthers fell. Look, we're gonna go back and watch this game. All of us, I'm going to assign some homework to all four of us to go back and rewatch this game and to not come back less upset. I feel like my homework to you is to come back G Baby. Like, if we are not G Baby on Tuesday, what the fuck are we when it comes to this team? This was, again, the New York Giants 2 years in a row have arguably ended our season.
Dude, that's rough.
Yeah.
Think about this. Yeah, straight up. Last year was one of the worst games in Panthers history. Statistically, I can prove it to you. I can prove that this is statistically, we had 170 yards or 77 yards of offense last year against the Giants. 177, like combined, like everything. We played a 1-5 team and lost last year. Last year was a top. So I think it's a top 5 bad loss, like historic bad loss for the Carolina Panthers. But I will concede if you want to say top 8. Right. Like, if you want to fight that much about it, I'll say, all right, well, then maybe I can find you 2 or 3 or 4 more. But it's a top 10 bad loss. This one may be a season kill. Tell me this. When was a week 2 loss a season killer for a team? And this might have been it. I don't know how the Panthers how did the Panthers recover, I guess. What are your final thoughts? I don't know. Finish this.
Yeah.
We got to round the show out.
Yeah,
we got to do the tell of shame, and we got to do the. I got my tell of shame, and I got.
So let's do that. Let's do that now, then. Let's do that now, and
Yeah.
then we'll say our final thoughts. All right. Un momento, por favor. All right, towel of shame. This is where
our
we
homage.
give a towel to the worst players on the field for the Carolina Panthers today. Or just anyone on the field, right?
Yeah, no,
It could be refs,
man,
it
you
could be
can,
coaches,
you can give anything you want. Your towel is your towel. Yeah. Hang it over your head.
Tony, you're up. You're up first. Go first.
All right. My towel of shame goes to Baker Mayfield. Under 50% passing. Last week, my man comes out and fumbles the ball 5 times. 5 times, get the jitters out. And I have been I'm a Baker bottom. I'm not been. I am. I still am. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for this guy. I love the bravado. I love, you know what? You showed me the video of him running from the cops when he was drunk, and I liked him more. I felt like I could have been that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, give it a try. Just give it a try. You're drunk. Like, give it a shot. At least you're white and you didn't get shot. If you're black, you would have got fucked up.
Which is terrible and sad.
No, it's terrible, but it's a reality. Is that like he got to run and he didn't get killed. But
yeah,
my
he would have
point
been
is
treated
this:
the same if
he
was
ran today and he got killed. He ran today and got killed. He threw today and he sucked. And somebody should have hit him with a taser today. Look, he left a lot of plays out there.
Yeah.
He left a lot of plays out there. And I understand that he's not the top problem. I understand that he gives us a better opportunity to win. I am a Baker fan. I'm a fan of Baker Mayfield. I want him to, but today he was not good. It was not good enough. How about that? It was not good enough. So that's my tell shame.
I got one real quick. I'm actually gonna do the referees in this one. They didn't have a ton of terrible calls, but I've gone back and just started rewatching a little bit of the game and just watching the first play and the first turnover. I've already seen something that's just absolutely blows my mind. I don't know how nobody noticed this before, and maybe I'm wrong about this. And it's just the fumble Chuba Hubbard has, which I should be icing him or not icing him up, give him the towel shame. But the fumble he has, the guy who recovers it runs from out of bounds, runs inbounds, and picks the ball up and recovers it.
Ooh!
I sent it in our DM and Twitter. I sent the video clip. Check it out. He runs from out of bounds, inbounds, and picks the ball up. He does not reestablish himself.
You're right.
I sent the clip in Twitter. You can share it if you want to. It's pretty egregious. It's pretty
hat
bad
on
thing to miss.
Don't is that when you throw the hat on the ground?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up.
Is that what the refs do when
rules.
someone runs out of bounds? Don't they throw their hat on the ground?
I think so.
I'm throwing my metaphorical hat on the ground, and fuck Chuba Hubbard and his greasy ass hands, dude. That's a great one, Greg.
That is 100% illegal touching of the ball. That is 110%.
We should have won 2 games in a row. We're 2-0, baby. We're 2-0.
This sets the tone for the whole game right here. The whole game.
Rule.
This sets the tone.
Cody, you brought that. Is it you that sent me the clip about the guy doing the impersonation of Matt Rule?
Yeah. Yeah. You want me to play?
It's fucking amazing, bro. Let's save it for Tuesday.
He was. I just watched it's KG. He was 100%. I'm just watching the video now. He was 100% the first person to touch the ball.
Yeah, put it up on. Like I said, I clipped it in our DM for Twitter. If one of you wants to share it,
110%.
Can you show this part, Cody? Since we got 180 people still watching, thank you everybody for still tuning in. The number is 252-228-5098. We'll take your calls on Tuesday now. Wrapping up the post game show tonight, but remember, bring your best call.
Me do full screen on the thing. It's gonna look terrible.
All right, well, let's see it anyway. Let's see a little terrible pick.
I recommend anybody has the opportunity to go back and just watch the first from like 12 seconds to 19 seconds of the game. Is when I cut it out.
Yeah. Basically, just to clarify for those who don't know, you cannot recover a fumble. You can't be the first person to touch the ball. Or wait, hold on.
Yeah, you can't even.
Look, right
it's hard to see, but
run from out of bounds right there.
At the top right.
Yeah, he runs from out of bounds.
What's the top
question
right?
Is the question that KG has here is
oh,
he's not
did run out of bounds. Oh my god.
It was 1,000%.
Hold on. No. The question is Chuba was technically the first person to touch the ball. Isn't that is that on receptions or is it count for fumbles?
The rules just state a player can't go out of bounds and come and touch the ball until he comes back in bounds and reestablishes himself, and then he's allowed to be involved in the play. But once you're out of bounds, until you reestablish yourself, you're not even in the play anymore.
But
maybe I don't think that was reestablishing.
Maybe they're saying that the Panther pushed him out of bounds and then he came back in bounds.
That doesn't matter. If he's out of bounds, it doesn't matter.
Huh. Damn.
But that's the question is it that I know that like you can't be the first one to touch it on like but no, so that's wrong completely because have you seen where people have fumbled the ball on a kick return like that where they didn't even catch the ball? The first person to touch the ball was the receiver, but the person tries to get the ball gets the fumble from that's still inaccurate. I think you can't come back and be the first person to touch the ball after coming back from inbounds. I think
I'm gonna look up and clarify it for Tuesday, but we'll be sure.
Yeah, that might be worth like messaging somebody about and seeing if they can clarify that because I'm not sure exactly. I would like to see those plays in the past and see what constitutes as illegal touching on that.
Well, the rule right here it says, or I had it just a minute ago. Never mind. I'll talk about it Tuesday. We're dragging the show out. Sorry. That was my tally shame.
All right. CK, you got a tally shame?
My tally shame is going to go. Oh man, it's so many people that I would like to put here. My tally shame is going to be Icky at this point in time. I haven't seen an incredibly impressive outing by him yet. He hasn't, lived up to the sixth overall pick, in my opinion. So Talashane goes to Icky Iquanu.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. Look, I'm just gonna keep it real, man. Like, I've gotta go, my man Shy Smith. He's out here making me look like a fool. I've been going so hard for this dude. He finally gets his opportunity, and he's out here dropping passes like his name is Chupa Hubbard. Got me looking silly than a motherfucker, bro. Can't have that, Shy. I've been pulling for you. I've been going too hard for you. You cannot have me looking foolish like that, bro. Come on. Get your shit together. I'm putting my towel of shame on him.
All right, let's we got to get some dab on them real quick.
Let's do it.
I just like doing it, man. Dab on them folks. Dab on them folks. And that dab on them folks. They like seeing it. Tell me what to do. Dab on them folks.
My dab on them folks goes to the Carolina Panther fans. The C3 Panther fans that called in tonight. The people in the chat. The Panther fans that expected this team and wanted this team to be good. The fans that thought they were good and that this isn't that bad. I'm going to dab on y'all. Way to go, guys. Way to go. We're going to need each other. We're going to need each other. Let's lock arms. Lock arms. Dab together. And you know what? And also to this, in the part 2 of the dab on, is to y'all jackasses that used to talk shit about Cam Newton. And I know nobody likes to hear Cam Newton's name anymore. Be like, oh, we're tired of talking about Cam Newton. I told y'all walking in a land without a quarterback sucks. Y'all talk shit. You'll be like, oh, he's inaccurate. He does this. You know what? Cam Newton always gave us a chance to win. Right now, we're walking up into these games trying to beg and plead on our hands and knees for a fucking win from anybody. Give me a Cam Newton. Give me a Cam Newton and all of his flaws, baby. I need to live in a land where I got a quarterback, and I thought Baker Mayfield. I told you I was a Baker bottom. Went from Cam sexual to a Baker bottom. You know what? Top that. I'm out of this, bitch.
I like that. Yeah, I guess I'll go next. Unless anybody else wants to go first.
Be good.
So look, who am I dabbing on, man?
It's hard.
You know what? I tell you what. No. I got one. I got one. No. I got the best one. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Ian Thomas. Ian Thomas had some. Look, say what you want. Ian Thomas had some big time receptions in this game. I feel like there were a few first downs that came off the back of Ian Thomas having good hands and being where he was supposed to be at the right time. And we have been very hard on Ian Thomas. So I think that when he does some good things and is one of the better part of our offenses from today, yeah, I think we need to give him some credit. Dab on that, man.
I'll take that low-hanging fruit with Christian McCaffrey. There's not a whole lot of players on here I can think of to dab on. I was thinking about Shaq Thompson, even though I'm still not Shaq Thompson. I'm sorry. Brian Burns, even though I'm still a little down on him, but he's the best player on our defense. But I'll go Christian McCaffrey just because he made the best of a bad situation. Like he's the only guy on our team that I think is even worthy of looking like he's playing football right now. And it's the only thing fun to watch about the Carolina Panthers is Christian McCaffrey. So dab on.
CK?
Yeah, my dab on him is going to go. You know what? Let's give it to Derek Brown.
Yeah. Oh, good one. I like that.
Derek Brown came in here. He had a lot to prove. He wasn't like a super dominant player, but man, when the cards were, really needing to be put in his hands, he was able to get some stuff done, man. He got us off the field a few times for making some short stops. from breaking up some screen passes. Derek Brown, he's gonna get my my dab on him.
Luvu, Ross Gold brought this up. Luvu was nasty today.
Yeah.
He gets a good dab on him. I like that.
Too.
I like that. All right. Look, we're gonna break down this game a little bit more. I would say more critically going forward. We're gonna come back. We're gonna rewatch it. Yep, we'll be back on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. The post-game show is very largely reactional from us. And I know, I mean, we try to take notes. We try to we want to be informed again by fans, for fans. This is from the fan perspective. We have just been watching this game like y'all did, and we've been trying to host the calls, react to the calls, and do that together. The number's 252-228-5098. If you didn't have your opinion heard tonight, you want to call in, you can call in. We'll play it on Tuesday. If you got a second opinion, because we're trying to move to the one call thing, remember, we'll play it on Tuesday again. Bring your best call on Tuesday. And what we had is this. We had a couple of people. Muscles Marinara needs to email me. I already got one email from 51. All right, I responded to that. 7031 needs to email me back. And Jared Payne, email me or contact us. You know, we're on Discord. There's other ways you can contact us, but reach to me directly, and I will slowly mail you your package. As I still have to mail last week's still.
You sure you don't want to? You sure you don't want to wait 5 minutes? We can hit 4 hours.
No, I don't want to wait. Actually, yeah, I do.
10 minutes.
I will stay up all night with y'all assholes. But
Ooh,
can
don't threaten me with a good time.
Can we get
on Fridays? We do.
What do we need to do? My name's Tony Dunn. Follow me at cat_chronicles, CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher. Leave a review, good or bad. I don't care. The more you write, the better we are. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share a friend. All of that. Thank you so much for the people that have financially donated to the show. You can be a C3 super fan. Cody Lack, get after him.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Cody Lack, CODYLAC. Follow me. I'm probably saying some controversial shit that's pissing someone off. You can find my written work on drafttech.com. And that's pretty much it for your boy, man. Hit me up.
CK?
You can find me on most social media platforms, mainly on here, but at Codizzle Allen. And if you guys are ever interested in playing some Call of Duty, always feel free to get into my DMs, and we'll make something work.
Baby, you better go play with this. He is a fucking professional player.
He's a
professional. He's like a professional. And y'all, be a super fan. Please be a super fan. I know it's so small. I don't want to bag, but that is a cool thing that we've been starting, and I've been so happy with the response to it. So it's been wonderful to build that community. Greg, the Bat Daddy, Cody has got to go watch this Hot D.
Yes,
and I thought he was talking about me. I swear I thought he was talking about me, but he's not.
Wow.
But where can they find you and Cody's Hot D?
Check me out on Twitter and Twitter only at the Bat Daddy 52. I'm also on Geeks Chasing Squirrels podcast. We're live Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm about to go watch some Hot D so that way we can talk about it this Friday. It's gonna be a good time. So,
Geeks Chasing Squirrels through the metaverse. You better get with it, y'all nerds. Y'all are nerds. If you're still here listening to this fucking podcast about the Carolina Panthers, I officially deem you and knight you as a nerd. So rebel, like his little sign says, and get the fuck up there and watch his show and help. And all you can do, the best thing you can do is subscribe, and be a part of it. Look at her in there.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my favorite Disney princess.
I got you on full screen.
Thank God they finally got one that's got some nuts to her. Oh, sorry, Cody. I'm trying to get canceled twice. Get us out of here.
Oh Lord. Yeah, let me get us out of here before before Tony gets canceled. C3 Panther Nation, you know we love you. Until next Tuesday, keep pounding.
Keep pounding.